Are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Zelmo Zip-In, Country Inn and Suites, Kinetic Credit Union, Heckler & Koch, Pepsi Cola, and PNB Broadcasting. Now let's head to the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth for the start of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. And join the voice of the River Dragons, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Welcome in to the Columbus Civic Center for a third straight time, welcoming in the Carolina Thunderbirds. This game 3 of 5 in a row. These two teams are set to play, finishing this out over the last week and a half. We've got a ton to get to in tonight's Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show, recapping all the chaos and craziness of last weekend, that even though the River Dragons took the majority of points, 4 out of 6 available during last weekend's contest, certainly felt like they came away with more of a loss than you would have expected. And we'll talk all about that and all the details that have emerged over the last week or so. We'll get you all set and ready to go for pregame here in tonight's contest as well. It's Carolina and Columbus, but first, a break, and we go inside the lair after this with the newest assistant coach on Jerome Bichard's squad and player. That's number 27, Paul Frazio. Paul Frazio is up next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
All November long, Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is getting you some bang with your bike. Buy a pre-owned Harley-Davidson, get a $1,000 gift card to Shooters. Our showroom is locked and loaded with over 100 used Harleys in stock. So buy your perfect pre-owned Harley-Davidson and get a $1,000 gift card to Shooters. All November long, get some bang with your bike from Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Welcome back to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. It's now time for Inside the Lair, and today our guest, one of the newer River Dragons and newly named assistant coach, Paul Frazio. Paul, thanks for taking the time.
Hey, thank you guys. How are you guys doing today?
It's been a lot of fun to have you for the time that we've had you so far. Obviously got your first 2 games under your belt with the River Dragons in that series against Carolina. We got Carolina here in the building again. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but take us through last weekend, what it was like for you for getting back on the ice and getting used to the new team.
Last week was an experience in its own. Coming back in, I came in Thursday, I was just getting ready to play again. I haven't played in a long time, so it's getting the swing of things with the guys and meeting the guys and trying to get going again. It was a little difficult for me, but it was a lot of fun meeting the guys and being around them again.
Meeting the guys and obviously playing in the games for you, I'm sure everything you wanted it to be, but now also named assistant coach with Jerome Boom Boom Bichard. And Jerome said to us in his little interview talking about it, he says, you and him see the game a lot alike. What does that mean coming from you to him?
That means a lot. He's a guy I look up to a lot. He's a legend in all these leagues. Like he's a really intelligent guy, and it's pretty cool to be around a guy who understands it and now compliments me and says we see the game the same. Like that's pretty cool in itself. And I've learned a lot from him in this short period of time that I've been here, and hopefully I can learn some more from him.
Obviously, he's been around many different leagues, like you said. You've been around quite a little bit, too. You've got a lot of experience under your belt. I know just recently in the SPHL. Talk about some of the stops you've been and maybe some of the things you've picked up on the way to getting here to Columbus.
I played for a lot of great coaches in the time that I've been playing. This is my 5th year pro, technically, and I played a lot in front of a lot of guys and just learned a lot, and now it's kind of time for me to be that guy. I'm the older guy finally, and I'm now an assistant coach, which is pretty cool, and helping the younger guys and just trying to pass on the knowledge that I quite didn't have when I was coming into the league and starting out, and it really, I think, could be beneficial for him.
Well, now with this next question, you can choose if you want to wear the coach hat or the player hat. Last weekend, taking 4 points out of 6, not bad, all things considered, but obviously the way Saturday games ended was very tricky, very difficult to manage, but you had a whole week, now it's a new weekend. How do you sort of turn the page from that, even though it's the same opponent, and get ready to fight for another 3 points out here?
I mean, if there's a lesson that we learned, that's life, nothing's handed to you, you got to earn everything, and sometimes things happen, and sometimes they don't go your way, and I kind of explained that to the guys in the room after, like, that's the way it goes, and you just kind of have to forget about it and move on and just take the positives from it and learn. And I feel like the guys did that. We talked about it for about 5 minutes and then let it go. Like, that's kind of how we have to approach this situation. And as a coach, it's like, okay, we have to focus on our next week, but as a player, I mean, you're fuming, you're upset, and I get it. I was in both stances, but I'm glad that the guys are rebounding and we're ready to go tonight.
Speaking with Paul Frazio, assistant coach and player on Inside the Lair. Inside the Lair, as always, it's brought to you by the Dragon's Den Pro Shop and the Columbus Ice Rink, open on Wednesdays every week for all your hockey and ice skating needs. All right, Paul, I mean, obviously, we talked about last week, but now, what is it like when you're in the middle of this long stretch against one opponent? I mean, this is basically a playoff series inside of the regular season and very early in the season, too. So game 3 out of 5 in a row, but game 1 on the weekend, yet you just saw him 2 games. How do you attack this? Is it any different than maybe a normal game plan versus Carolina?
No, we kind of just have to go about it as like what our normal game plan was. It's one day at a time, and we have to learn and adjust from what they're doing. Like when we see things that they're doing over and over again, we have to adjust and make our changes, and hopefully they benefit us in a way that we can come out on top, because that's kind of the end goal here, is to get the 3 points every single night. And I feel like we have that capability with this team and the squad. And I mean, Boom Boom said it best, like, this is the year, and these are the guys that he wants, and I believe in that as well.
What's something from your perspective that this team has really excelled in the early parts of the season?
I mean, we excel in moving the puck pretty quick. Like, yeah, the ice is tough at certain times, but I feel like we move the puck quick. We're getting guys to get moving their feet, and that's one thing that I've taken from every team. It's like, this team has really progressed in that, and we're really starting to prove that and show that every single night, and that's a big positive factor, especially early on.
All right, last one for you before we get you out there, Paul. Any message to the fans as we get ready for another slobber knocker with Carolina, I imagine?
I mean, thanks for supporting the boys, and we really appreciate it. Nothing's unnoticed here. Thank you.
All right, thanks for your time. Good luck out there.
Thanks.
Paul Frazio on Inside the Lair. Stick around. More Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus, or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available, too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
Hey, Jimmy, turn off the video games. Let's go play some ball.
I'm in the middle of my game. Can't we go later?
Come on, it'll be fun. It will be there when you get back.
Okay, but there's no way you're gonna win.
Why don't you grab some water and granola bars, and then we'll see about that.
You can make a difference. Eat smart, play hard, and when you do, your kids will too. A challenge from USDA.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. We just heard from from the newest assistant coach / player on this River Dragon squad, Paul Frazio. Obviously a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience to draw on after what was a very crazy and unconventional weekend that the River Dragons had last time in this building, just so happened to be last weekend, against the Carolina Thunderbirds, who just so happened to be their opponent here tonight. Talking about Friday's game, which, by the way, if you follow us on social media, you might have seen something cool we posted up on the internet today. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, _River Dragons. Search Columbus River Dragons on YouTube. Jared Rutledge wore the mic for us in that home opening game. Got a lot of good footage from him there. And, of course, a 3-1 win for the goaltender. He was all smiles during all of it as well. That 3-1 game unfolded like this. Hunter Bersani scored first from behind the goal line, a nice early goal, 2:11 in. But then Vaughn Clouston had a breakaway to make it 1-1 before the period ended. Robert Van Weinsberg would pot in a backhand to the eventual game winner. Was 2-1 at the time. Then an insurance tally in the third was added by Trevor Finch with an assist to Hunter Bersani, who was that game's first star of the night. Then we went to Saturday. Carolina got the first two with Gus Ford in the first period, answered 14 seconds later after the second one by MJ Graham. Then in the second period, Austin Doe would tie it up, make it 2-2. Columbus had a lead for a moment. Jay Krupp in front of the net with 2:50 to go, but it was quickly answered with 1:50 left by, we thought, Blake Peavy at the time, but now it has been credited to Vaughn Clouston. So Clouston had 2 goals on that weekend. More news on him when we get the lineup cards coming up later on in the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. 3-3, 60 minutes not enough, 65 minutes not enough, despite 8 shots on goal in the 3-on-3 overtime, 6 of them coming off of River Dragons sticks, but both Modica and Mac Burney stood tall. We went to the shootout, and, well, I think everybody knows what happened there. 6th round, both guys scored. That was Ford and Petrantonio. In the bottom of the 11th, MJ Graham seemed to have the game winner. Everybody in the building was going nuts, including yours truly. And then after a conference out of nowhere, it seems like, I like to say basically they might have ACT'd themselves into that one. When you think you know the answer, then you really start to think about it and really overanalyze, and maybe you put B instead of C when C was actually right. I think the River Dragons got ACT'd out of that one, unfortunately. But had to come back, had to finish it out. You got to give credit to Carolina for maintaining their nerves, maintaining their stronghold. Victor Grebennikov scored in the top of the 12th. Hunter Bersani could not. And that's how Carolina took 2 out of those 6 points. Columbus taking 4. But with all that in mind, a tough way to end the weekend. You know Columbus will be out and trying not to put themselves in that situation again. Going at it, attacking every game, every period, every shift with an intensity that you know you don't want to put yourself in that situation again. There's only one game here this weekend. Of course, we then head to Winston-Salem tomorrow for a 6:05 puck drop at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. That's the 2-game home-and-home weekend here in front of us. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll either have starting lineups up here, or maybe we'll take a look around the FPHL on the Zelmo Zip-In Look Around the Leagues. It's after 7 o'clock, which means our other games will have started up. We'll figure out what we talk about, but you'll find out when we do, when we come back on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Country Inn and Suites by Radisson. You'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons. Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Thunderbirds ready for another 60 minutes of action. Game 3 out of 5 in a row that these two are playing over this 2.5-week stretch. We've got a game today here in Columbus. We'll be in Winston-Salem on Saturday for the first game between these two teams at the Fairgrounds Annex in quite some time. And then the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Hey, you know how they like to say, Wednesday's that real rowdy day before Thanksgiving because you got to go see your family? Come on out, go see a River Dragons game, because with these guys seeing each other 5 straight times over 2.5 weeks, they're going to be sick of each other. So watch our families get sick of each other before you may or may not get sick of your in-laws coming up on Thanksgiving. But it's crazy to think that holiday is already coming up so quickly. No starting lineups just yet here on Press Row. They'll be coming momentarily. But for the meantime, why don't we do the Zelmo Zip-In Look Around the League. Zelmo's the official fuel partner of your Columbus River Dragons, fueling life's passions and fueling Columbus's bus as we get ourselves ready to go again tomorrow to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. Looking at the games today, we had a 7 o'clock puck drop in Binghamton. Port Huron Prowlers are on the road, taking on the Binghamton Black Bears. And it is an early 1-0 lead for Binghamton, 5.5 minutes into that one. The goal scored by Nikita Ivashkin from Josh Newberg and Kyle Powell. Goaltenders in this matchup are Joseph Shepard for the Bears and Greg Harney for the Prowlers. The other game going on in tonight's FPHL slate is the Danbury Hat-Tricks at the Watertown Wolves. My mistake, thought it was a 7 o'clock puck drop. It will actually be a 7:30 puck drop. However, we do know our starting netminders in this one. For Watertown, it'll be Greg Hussey, and for Danbury, it'll be one of their newest signees, Frankie McClendon, wearing the number 39, a former River Dragon for a very brief amount of time. If fans remember when Frankie McClendon was a River Dragon, you remember a very different world, obviously, because that was just at the end of the 1920 season before COVID eventually shut that season down. And since then, Frankie's obviously been jumping around a number of places, and see if he finds a home there in Danbury, getting the start in game number 1 of his time with the Hat-Tricks. That's the Zelmo Zip-In Look Around the League. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Take a quick peek over in the SPHL, the Southern Hockey Scoreboard. We've got 5 games on the slate for the 11-team league. Macon is at Fayetteville, 7 o'clock East puck drop there, so they should have already dropped puck to ice by then. Might have been a long pregame ceremony going on in Fayetteville because we have nothing to report of just yet. 7:35, Vermilion County is at Knoxville, then over to the Central Time Zone. 8 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Central, Roanoke is at Evansville. 8:05 East, 7:05 Central, Quad City at Pensacola. 8:15 East, 7:15 Central, Huntsville at Peoria. Birmingham has the night off tonight. Quad City was at Birmingham last night, and some astute fans might have noticed Jay Krupp actually pulling double duty this weekend. Had the one game where Quad City said, hey, it doesn't interfere with Columbus's schedule. Would you like to come down and play? Maybe Quad City can travel a little lighter or rotate guys better. Jay obliged, got into the game, and Quad City won last night over Birmingham by a score of 5-2. So, Kruppy's got to be feeling good as he gets ready for this 2-game set here against Carolina. Why don't we take a quick peek over? We're trying to see if we've got any teams in action we usually follow in the South. We've got the Jacksonville Icemen hosting the Maine Mariners. They're in the middle of the first period in that one. South Carolina's at Greenville, also no scores. That one just dropped puck to ice. And Atlanta is hosting Cincinnati. The Cyclones and the Gladiators over in Georgia's capital. That drops puck at 7:30. All right, that'll do it for the Southern Hockey Scoreboard. Let's take a break. When we come back, we should have those starting lineups, and we'll continue to preview this matchup, Columbus and Carolina. It's going to be a fun one right here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, we can tell you that we have the largest selection of Harleys in Georgia, but you should really see for yourself. Our showroom is packed with a sea of motorcycles, over 100 Harleys to choose from. We've got a Harley for all size people and all size budgets. Good credit or bad, it's no problem. Come see why Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is the fastest growing dealer in Georgia. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. You out-salesman the salesman. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll have the info you need to get more for your future. Go to aceyourretirement.org, because when it comes to speeding past financial challenges, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Thunderbirds almost ready to drop puck to ice. It's going to happen in about 10 minutes or so. Until then, we're on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show, and I'm Zach DeBozart. We got starting lineups here in front of us. Let's go ahead and get them read to all of you out there listening in Radio Land and on the River Dragons Broadcast Network on the YouTube page. Thanks so much for following us along there. Give us a like on the video. Hit us with the subscribe. Super appreciate that from everybody who might be following in. Whether you're from Winston, whether you're from Columbus, whether you're from anywhere in the world, this is your home for all things River Dragons hockey during the games right here on the YouTube page. We'll start with the visiting Carolina Thunderbirds, brought to you by Victory Land Casino in Shorter, Alabama. They will put in net number 31, Chris Paulin. Paulin will get his first look at the River Dragons in this 5-game set. And game number 3, the Lockport, New York native is a 1-1 record, .880 save percentage, 4.50 goals against. The defense in front of him be a couple of Magnitogorsk Russian natives. Viktor Grebennikov, usually a forward, playing back on defense right now for Kieran Rutledge. And then, newly acquired via the waivers, Ramil Talipov will be wearing the number 12 jersey. Thought I had him in the number 16 for a second. He is, in fact, in the number 12. So Talipov, the new number 12, as Cameron Dimmitt has not made the trip, and I guess has relinquished his number 2, given a minor injury to him. The forward line in front of those three start in the middle, number 27, Blake Peavy. Then at left wing, number 10, Gus Ford. And the right wing, number 24, Yuri Peshtuka. Some lineups, news, and notes for Carolina. Number 25, Chris Hunt is back after a lone stint with Roanoke. And you can also scratch Brandon Logan and Everett Thompson, both on separate call-ups to the Fayetteville Marksmen this week. Also new into the Carolina lineup, number 11, Zach Sargis. Some people might have seen the news earlier this morning. Sargis traded to Carolina for future considerations. Now for the Columbus River Dragons, they will start in net number 31, Bailey McBurney. McBurney gets another crack at Carolina after just coming up short in the shootout. Not for lack of effort, that is for sure. You ask any goaltender to go 12 rounds in a shootout, and that is asking a lot of your tendy. But McBurney, the Beverly, Massachusetts native, has an 0-0-1 record, .914 save percentage, and a 2.77 goals against. The defense in front of McBurney will be number 26, Oleg Shapitsin, drawing back into the lineup from the taxi squad, and number 27, Paul Frazio, who you heard from on Inside the Lair earlier in the show. And the forward line, Josh Petrantonio in the middle, Levi Armstrong, and Austin Doe are on the wings. That is the River Dragons starting lineup, brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, 3230 Williams Road, the Chattahoochee Valley's only Harley-Davidson dealer. And tell you what, have you seen what they've been doing? If you've been here at the arena, you've definitely seen it. The Fort Benning Harley-Davidson 50K giveaway is happening this year. That's right, Harley-Davidson here in Columbus could be giving away $50,000 to you. The River Dragons have teamed up with them for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game this season. Simply text FBWIN, F-B-W-I-N, to 55678 before March 13th to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000 here at a River Dragons game. For full rules and contest details, stop into Fort Benning Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit FortBenningHD.com. $50,000 could be yours this season, but only if you text to enter now. That's FBWIN to 55678. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, some more news and notes from the Columbus side of things, and we continue to break this one down. Columbus and Carolina, moments away on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show is almost wrapped up. We are awaiting the teams out onto the ice. We have our officials in tonight's game. Wearing the bands will be Radolinski and Glassman, and on the lines it'll be Fossa and Callan. Now, on the Columbus River Dragons side of things, some other fans might have seen in one of the articles we posted on our website, ourdragons.com, saw that we made a ton of roster moves today. Not only the trade of Zach Sargis to Carolina for future considerations, but also Sean Kuhn has been loaned to the Pensacola Ice Flyers, so the River Dragons are now back down to probably a more comfortable, if you're Jerome Bichard, two goaltenders. Bailey McBurney getting the start tonight, Jared Rutledge on the bench, more than likely having those roles reversed when we get to Winston-Salem come Saturday. But with those roster spots opening up, that allowed some changes. Paul Frazio was allowed to be upgraded from a PTO to an active contract on the roster, and Edgars Ozolic was returned from loan from Latvia. So he is in the lineup tonight and will be here. It's going to be a lot of fun to see Ozo back out on Columbus ice. And also one of the newest River Dragons signed in is number 12, Jake Grade out of Falmouth, Maine. Spent some time in the SPHL. He is now on the active PTO spot for the River Dragons here in this game. Well, the River Dragons are emerging from their tunnel over to our left. One more time, we'll give you the starting lineups here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Starts up with number 31, Bailey McBurney in the net. McBurney an 0-1 record, .914 save percentage, .277 goals against. The defense in front of McBurney, Oleg Shapitsin draws back into the lineup from the taxi squad, and Paul Frazio alongside him on defense. Then the forwards, Josh Petrantonio in the middle, with Levi Armstrong on the left and Austin Doe on the right. For Carolina, their starting six looks like this. Chris Paulin is between the pipes. Goaltender matchup brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Save more with Kinetic. Chris Paulin, Lockport, New York native, 1-1 record, .880 and a 4.5 goals against. The defense, couple of Russians, Grebenikov and Talipov, and the forwards, Blake Peavy in the middle of Gus Ford and Yuri Peshtuka. Let's take our final break. When we come back, the Sun South John Deere first period is next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
At Southern States Bank, the common sense bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community, and you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 410611.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South John Deere, Houston Clinic, Burger King, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Country Inn and Suites, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, John Emerald Distilling, Wade Cleaners, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zach DeBozart.
A wonderful rendition of our national anthem by Alexandria Hicks down at ice level. And with that, there's nothing left to say, but it's hockey time on the Chattahoochee. River Dragons and Carolina Thunderbirds ready to go at it. Carolina dressed in their road whites with the Scripton State logo on the chest, black helmets and pants with some black trim and red numbers on the jersey. They'll be going right to left across your radio dial here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Chris Paulin gets himself warm and goes through his motions over in the crease to our right. Over to our left, it's 31 versus 31. Bailey McBurney is in between the pipes for Columbus, and the River Dragons dressed in the home reds with the black secondaries, pants, and helmets, black numbers with teal and white trim. They are going to go left to right. Your officials in tonight's game, Radolinski and Glassman, wearing the bands. Fossa and Callan are on the lines. Crowd still filing in. It's a pretty good crowd here on a Friday night in the middle of high school football playoff and the deep part of the college football season as well. Happy you're along, spreading that hockey love here in the South. I'm Zach DeBozart, and hey, look who got himself on up here. It's team president and general manager Scott Brand. Hey, Scott, how are we doing today?
Good. They finally put the elevator in, so I'll come up and talk to you.
I'll mute your mic while you believe if you really think that. We've got Blake Peavy in the middle for Carolina, and Josh Petrantonio will take his place as the opposite centerman in just a moment. We have a delay as Oleg Shapitsin is over by the Columbus bench. Not sure what's being looked at on him. Something with the glove or hand. And he's got his mitt back on, and he should be good to go now.
Probably a delay hooking up to the satellite. It's probably actually you.
Could very well be, but the puck is down, and we are underway here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Zach DeBozart, he's Scott Brand. Let's have a good one here tonight, everybody. Armstrong dumps this one into the right wing corner. Carolina racing after. Grebennikov gets checked real hard right there by Austin Doe. And Columbus looking to come out banging the body. There's a loose stick already out in the ice. It's Petrantonio's. So Columbus down 5 on 4.5 right now. Carolina dumps it into the near side boards. Austin Doe has it, plays it off the wall. And here's the first touch in a Carolina Thunderbirds uniform for Emil Talipov. He'll play it over to his countryman Grebennikov. And now he skates it up in front of the benches and backhands from the red. Team's changing behind this. 40 seconds gone. Rushing in it, this is Daniel Martin. Columbus with it first. Weird hop off the kick plate. Look out, there was a moment there where Hunt could have went in towards goal, but he couldn't spin away from a check. Another new Thunderbird dumping that one in. Zach Sargis, recently traded from the River Dragons. Frazio will have it behind the net, rim it around, and MJ Graham gets on this one. A minute gone here. Still looking for our first shot in today's contest. Graham dumps this one in. It's knocked away. Weird off the stanchion after it went off the body there of Cardinal. Here comes Carolina the other way now with Butita on the backhand, sending it across and well wide from the slot. Right circle, another effort. Stick save McBurney. And he picks it out of the air with the glove and takes the whistle. That's Zach Sargis, former River Dragon, getting the first shot of the game. 18:44 to go in the first, and no score, Columbus and Carolina.
There's been a lot of action on early. We kind of wondered what these teams would come out and do, and they're going to let Winston with a late change there, but we kind of wonder what the teams would come out. Obviously very emotional last time we played each other, but seems like both teams remember that we got a long season ahead of us.
Indeed we do. This only game number 5 for the Dragons, game number 7 for the Thunderbirds. Shot from the left point. McBurney made the save just on the outside of his crease, then was contacted by Pashtuka. Columbus is able to force it out, getting his first shift for Columbus this season. Back there on the blue line, there's Edgar's Ozelinch. Noah Doyle is watching over Pashtuka, though, as he fires a shot that Doyle blocked. Right circle and effort, right into the glove of McBurney. Reached up and picked that one like an apple. Nicely done by him. Still no score. 18:20 left to go here in the first. Oh, here we go. We got Peavy and is that Krupp going at it. There was some lumber just laid. And now everybody will head back to their benches. You just said it, Scott. There's no love lost.
No, there's not, and I think we play each other how many times? 13 during the season?
I believe so, but this 5 in a row stretch, obviously something unique.
Well, it absolutely is, and tomorrow we go up to that foreign territory, and that's going to be a tough grind up there. It's a tough building to play in, and usually had a real good crowd on a Saturday night, so we'll see what she's like.
You know, that's the first time the River Dragons will be in the annex since, I believe you know what happened before the COVID
I don't
shut the
know
season
what. Maybe
down.
you can tell me later.
But, yeah, there might have been a thing or two that happened at that game. Obviously, it's been a long time since, so obviously going to be very interesting to get back in that building. Columbus trying to get out of their own zone. They cannot. Carolina holds them in with Cody Oakes to the left point. This one gets rimmed around. Found here by Corrigan. He gets checked in the corner. Up the wall. Right point. Grebennikov holds it in. Now here's another new River Dragon. There's Jake Grade. He'll flip it off the glass. Take a check from Cardinal. Gets out to the red line. Taking some abuses. Grebennikov does nice to get around a couple of bodies, but then inadvertently ran into his own man. That was Tommy Cardinals. He was trying to rush, and Cardinal wanted to take it off him. Finch with this puck. He's taking some abuse from DeAndre, and he'll play it back to Grade behind the Columbus net. 17:35 left to go here in first. River Dragons trying to look for their first offensive zone pressure, and Grade's outlet is gloved down and sent right back in off the blade of Hunt.
No question, the Dragons are struggling, Zach, just to get the puck basically out of the zone. I don't know why. Maybe it's good forechecking by the Thunderbirds.
Petrantonio fakes the handoff from Nolan. Now he passes that a long way right onto the stick of Chris Paulin, so no icing. And Paulin from the far circle plays it off the near boards. Petrantonio is swinging a miss to keep it in. Now here's Butita, 3-on-2 across the line. Right circle, pass across. What a save, McBurney. Rebound, he finds it, covers it. No, still loose, but Daniel Martin just got absolutely robbed by Bailey McBurney sliding to his right. River Dragons dump this one down and will not have the legs for icing. Is trying to take a creative path to it was Nicoletti, and we play on. What a save right there from Bailey.
Yeah, he got tested early. We may have got away with one there.
Carolina will dump this one down, but a Columbus player played the body, so no icing ruled. And here's Frazio from behind the nets.
Good job by the linesman waving that. We kind of interfered with the intended receiver, so we waved that icing, and away we go.
Petrantonio was going to come in on the motion. Frazio took it away before. Pass ahead to Armstrong. Got by one. Couldn't get by another. And Zach Sargis from the red line stood up by Shapitzin. And then Ford will chip that one into the zone.
How nice is it to have Shapitzin back out there?
So good. Frazio knocks down his man behind the net. That's Peavy. But he got a pass to the middle. Nobody was home in a white jersey. Now the stanchion's not favorable to Columbus, but the ice not favorable to Carolina as Ford slips and falls, nearly takes out his teammate. And Columbus can take over again behind their own net. 4 minutes gone here in the Sun South John Deere first period. No score and 3-1 in shots in favor of the Birds on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Frazio backhand chips this one into MJ Graham. Graham with it right circle, gets the speed going. Pashtuka with a couple stick whacks on him. Backdoor, Krug with a chance. What a save there by Paulin. Jagger Williamson was on the back door and got denied by a sliding goaltender. Doyle from the left point, held in for a moment, then this one chipped a long way. I think Doyle knocked that one down with his helmet looking up at it. It falls for Pashtuka into the zone, though. Pashtuka trying to spin away from Frazio. He'll head off as he's at the end of his shift. Williamson trying to dump this one down for a stretch pass to MJ Graham. It hits a body, so no icing, and Cody Oakes gives it up for Zach Sargis. Wow, Scott, what a sequence right there.
It absolutely has. Both teams all of a sudden flipped on the switch and went from fifth gear. I think we're up to about seventh or eighth right now.
Zach Sargis going to skate this one out here for Carolina, newly acquired as of this morning. Left wing side, dumping this one in is DeAndrea. Now in the corner, it's reached by Cardinal. Rimmed up the boards. Oakes facing some pressure, able to backhand it away from Bersani into an open left wing corner. Doyle dodges a check, rims it around, and finds Ozelinch. Ozelinch whiffed on one off the kick plate, now played it ahead, and Columbus with some teamwork gets it out. Carolina quickly dumps it right back in from Cardinal and gets a change. 14:45 left to go here in the first. River Dragons now within the neutral zone. Bersani threads it through a man. With it up in the middle is Anderson. Excuse me, that is Schmidt. Schmidt's up on the play, trying to come in with a shot. He missed wide of the near post. Bersani sends this from behind. Grebennikov behind the net. Schmidt gives him a check. Bersani first on it, far corner. Pass across, too far for Finch. Shot from Grade, and that one, a stick save made there by Paulin. This one will be dumped near corner in the Carolina end to neutral ice, then come back in with it is Chris Hunt, and Hunt will play it off the boards to an open wing. Nobody there, and Grade will shoot it right back in for the Dragons. Now Columbus trying to push up the forecheck here, hem Carolina in a little bit, Scott.
Yeah, it's like a tennis game now. It's gone back the other way, and Dragons doing a nice job of hemming up Thunderbirds.
Martin up ahead for Butita. He skates it in left wing circle, drops it back with a shot off the post and out. Talipov nearly had his first as a Thunderbird. Looks like he beat McBurney low glove, but the iron comes in and saves him. Now a stretch pass for Carolina is awry, and Dalton Anderson, check that, Shapitzin wins the race, and we get an icing and immediate timeout. 13:43 left to go in the first, 30 seconds, and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at Sun South, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Thunderbirds scoreless with 13:43 left to go in the Sun South John Deere first period. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. This is going to be a fun one. Game number 3 of 5 in a row. These two teams are playing against each other. Hasn't gotten as chippy as we expected yet, but there's still a lot of hockey to play. Doe with a chance, right off the drop. He's still with it in slot, battling, and a save made right there by Paulin. Sliding across, and he appears to have it underneath him. Referee thought he saw it, but Paulin was stretched well out from beyond the crease and had that puck underneath him the whole way. 13:35 to go here in the first. That was a heck of a play right there off the faceoff for Austin Doe.
One of the things that you had mentioned earlier, and I don't know if people realize this, is that there's been a lot of change in the teams with the rosters, and we've got a bunch of new players we haven't played with, and Carolina just added some players late the other day. So it's going to be a little bit sloppy, I think, until guys get adjusted to each other.
Face-off coming to the right of Paulin. A false start between Petrantonio and Peavy. And we'll drop it fair this time. Peavy will win it. George Holt has it from behind the net. Holt bodied up there nice by Armstrong, lifted the stick, but Peavy came out and helped out his teammate. Ford spins away from a check, but the puck falls loose for Doe. Doe on the backhand got stalled out there by Grebenikoff, and nothing he could do as it's picked up by Peavy. Carolina skating this one ahead. Shapitzin with a shoulder-seeking missile there on Gus Ford. Now it's dumped out by Columbus. Icing is on as it's touched from the wrong side of the red. George Holt will win the race uncontested. 13:06 now left to go here in the first. No score. Columbus and Carolina. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Flight by Yuengling. Raise the bar with the next generation of light beer. Flight by Yuengling is easy drinking, clean, crisp, and refreshing. Only 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, 4.2 ABV. Flight by Yuengling, the official light beer of your Columbus River Dragons.
Have you tried one yet?
I have. Pretty good. I'm a big fan of the Yuengling brand. Something we didn't have when I was living in the Midwest and became of age, and now in the South, gotta say, really appreciate that it's down here. America's oldest brewery, Yuengling. River Dragons work it out of their own zone off the defensive draw. Armstrong had to play that puck between his legs, and he takes a big check there from Cody Oakes. And now this one will be found by Chris Corrigan. Scott, the bodies are flying right now, but everybody's kind of remaining even keel and calm-tempered right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's been a great hockey game with bodies flying.
Here's DeAndrea, pass to the middle behind its intended target there in Blake Peavy. This one rimmed around. Shapitzin with a big check onto a man. Doyle will send it to the near side boards, and here's Krupp up ahead. Jagger Williamson just couldn't get on the end of that one, and Zach Sargis trying to settle it. He had it picked off him. Jay Krupp drops it back for MJ Graham. He's in on sides. Graham across. Williamson drop for Krupp, trying to filter it back to Williamson, and getting in the way, blocking that one was Cody Oakes. Now the other way, here comes Carolina. DeAndrea will dump this into the right wing corner. Finding this is Chris Hunt. He's on the backhand, playing that one from the side of the net, and it's picked up by McBurney. That one hit him off his stick, and somehow, while holding onto his stick, had it in the blocker. Showed it to the referee, and got his whistle.
Yeah, it's a smart play. Let the Dragons got to get back together. They kind of got discombobbled on that line change, and Dragons, Jay Krupp in the slot there instead of shooting the puck, try to get too much.
Here's a shot from Nicoletti, deflected in the slot, and Columbus will clear the danger. Trevor Finch is first on it here for the Dragons. Noah Doyle will have this on the near circle, trying to get out of his own zone. Butita intercepted it. Shot from the left point was blocked by a host of bodies. Daniel Martin trying to race on it in the corner, but Columbus in front of him. Martin, good job, picking it out of the feet of Bersani. Trying to play that one to the middle. Butita looking for some space. Fires one, block by Edgar Zozelinch down to a knee. And that's a big body to try and shoot around the tall Latvian. Here's Martin, left wing circle with it. Check there, Butita, and now it'll fall free for Bersani. Bersani, he eats a check, plays it off the glass, deflected, still in play. Butita gloves it, no hand pass, and Doyle off the glass, not out. Butita holds in, left wing side. Butita and Martin as wingers on this left side, Scott, phenomenal for Carolina.
Yeah, let's ring it up the other side. Maybe we can get it out on that side.
Well, now it's in there. It's a 2-on-2 battle on the hash marks, far side wing, right in front of the Wow Dasher board. Butita with a shot from the top of the circles. McBurney will see that along the ice the whole way, stick it, and take a whistle. 11:05 left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Still no score, Columbus and Carolina.
Yeah, you mentioned Zozelinch. I think he just got off a freighter 2 days ago and made his way cross country actually to get here. But no, it's been tough to get some of our non-Americans into the country, but good to have him back.
I will say it was a well-kept secret by the River Dragons office and a lot of players and fans, because a lot of fans, I think, were surprised today to hear the news that Zozelinch was going to be in the lineup. But let's be honest. You got a guy playing over in Latvia. You're not exactly getting him in overnight. That's a multi-day process. So.
No, that's a couple transfers on the Greyhound.
It's been a heck of a week. Yeah, maybe a couple ship lines too. But it's been a heck of a week, and glad to have him in the roster for Columbus. Left point, Armstrong gets it over to Grade. Grade takes a shot, deflected Petrantonio, save made Paulin. Rebound was loose in front of him, and Doe couldn't pick it up. It's cleared by Peshtuka. Grebenikoff lays it off and gets it back from Cardinal. Grebennikov, left wing circle, being watched by Gray. Nice pinch off into the corner boards there. And Columbus rims this one around, hits the kick plate, hits the dasher board, but Carolina still holds it in. Martin from the left point, a wave and a miss for a deflect in front by Cardinal. Peavy works it to the top. Right point, Grebennikov, quickly turned over by Nolan. Now he'll play this off the wall, and here's Armstrong with space. He'll shoot that in from just outside the blue. A pad saved by Paulin. River Dragons changing behind this halfway through the Sun-South John Deere first period.
Good flow both ways. Both teams doing a nice job of breaking out and keeping the puck. And here's a
turnover. Williamson, no! He could not hold it in. And we will get our media timeout. 9:56 to go. Oh, Williamson thought he had kept that one in. And the linesman disagreed. No score. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 9:56 to go in the first. River Dragons and Thunderbirds scoreless. Dragons leading in shots right now, 6-4. Scott, I don't think that tells the story of this game so far. Carolina, I think, has been the better possession team.
Well, I don't think there's a question. They've been playing us. Good for them coming here into foreign territory and really is taking it to us for the most part. But I can say, this is a different Carolina team than most of us are used to. I think there's only two players left from their FH when they won the Cup.
Yeah, there is not a lot from that 18-19 team. Obviously, as minor league sports go, you're going to get a lot of turnover and change. But hey, it's Carolina, it's Columbus. Those colors and those logos, they don't seem to change. They don't like each other when they play, no matter who's wearing them. Williamson from behind the net, up the wall, left point, Shapitsin a shot. That one deflected, and Paulin will have it at the side of the net. Thought that one might have fallen to the man behind. Looks like that would have been Talipov, but Paulin will take a whistle, and it comes up to his right with 9:36 to go here in the opening frame.
The other thing, too, is they've got a new coach, and so, fans back in Carolina are going to have to get used to him. Obviously, a different coach than Andre. Andre also was able to bring a lot of Europeans over, so it's going to be a different changeover in Carolina, but they're a good young team, and I think they're going to get better.
MJ Graham caught a rut in the ice. It's underneath him, and Carolina will pick it out. Shapitsin stands up his man, but the puck went around him, and Frazio will have to have it back at his own blue line. Williamson will flip this in, near side boards. That one kicked. Look out. George Holt turned it over to Krupp. Krupp right circle with some space, fires and went across the face of goal as Paulin was holding onto the post. Shapitsin has it left point down to the corner. MG Graham had that one go through his stick. Frazio pinching up on the play. He takes a body. Now that's Zach Sargis trying to check him in the corner. MJ Graham to the middle, hit the back side of the net, and Butita will find it there. Carolina can't get it out. Frazio from the right point, hit the corner, and then the side of the net. Weird. Nobody home in the slot in the red jersey. Look out, Zach Sargis came out in front of his own net, and Hunter Bersani tried to make him pay for it. Zach Sargis nearly committing a pretty bad sin there on defense.
Well, good Hunter, good hustle by Hunter coming off the bench and hustling to get that puck.
On the near side boards, this one's in the neutral zone. Bersani's going to race in with it. He'll chip it in, dodges a hit from Holt at the side of the net. Paulin is going to settle this one down and get a line change for his team. 8:31 to go in the first. No score, Dragons and Carolina. That's a veteran move right there, I think, from Chris Paulin. Carolina looked all sorts of chaotic right there. There was not a lot of pressure coming, but Paulin saw a puck coming near him and said, let's settle down.
Well, you know what? Paulin, I don't think they're going to describe him as a great goaltender, but he's a solid goaltender, smart veteran.
This one played to the right point for Doyle. He fires one. Bersani tried to get a tip on it. Nothing doing. Anderson trying to lift the stick of his man. Look out. That one got past Oslins. 2-on-1 if Carolina hustles. With this left wing side, DeAndrea, a shot. Glove save McBurney. Rebound loose there at the side of the net. And McBurney made another save. Schmidt from behind his own cage lays this one off to the near side circle for Anderson. Up to Bersani. Bersani from the red line will shoot this one in. Columbus will get a change behind this. Corgan drops it back. Thunderbirds trying to work it up the near side wall. DeAndrea across for Grebennikov, circle to circle. Now he passes it to the neutral zone, and that's touched in by Cardinal on the right side of red, so the Thunderbirds can now get a change. Under 8 minutes to play here in the first. Still looking for our first goal in tonight's contest.
Yeah, not a lot of big saves, but good goaltenders have been good so far.
Grade skates this one from behind his own net all the way to the top left wing circle, then had it turned over off the body of Corrigan. Talipov will rim this one around. Peshtuka with it there. Petrantonio watching over and waving a stick and getting it out is Nicoletti. Nicoletti and Hunt with a little give and go, and Brad Nolan on the back check interrupted that flow. Now here's Peshtuka with this left wing circle. Peshtuka at the hash marks, plays it back. Left point, shot from Talipov, blocked in front. Backhand effort from the right wing circle, and PV shot was also blocked by a River Dragon. Peshtuka a drive, stick save made by McBurney. Here's Grade with this puck on the far side corner, playing it to Armstrong, circle to circle, and now back from whence it came far side, Austin Doe will skate it out. Doe hits the line on sides. Petrantonio pulled it back, now has it left wing corner. Peshtuka fell as he tried to check onto him. Now paying it back. Doe couldn't touch that, would have been too many men on the ice. One-on-one back. Here's Martin with a chance. That's Hunt, and Hunt knocked off his stick by Nolan, and then Nolan forced a turnover, played it in, chipped around a man, but Daniel Martin, fresher off the bench, ended that rush. How about that sequence of moves right there for Brad Nolan?
Outstanding. I think he just ran out of gas a little bit, too.
Talipov will backhand this one to the neutral zone. One-touch pass, hits Butita in stride. Butita left circle, well wide of the glove hand on McBurney. This one rims around the glass. Williamson pokes it out to center at the Carolina blue. Holt quickly to Martin as they touch it into the zone. 6:23 to go here in period one. No score. Carolina leading in shots right now, 8-6. Zach Sargis from the red line plays it in. Teams will settle this down a little bit, and here's Frazio. Williamson has that go off his body, and Kruk will give it right back to him. Now Jagger will dump it in right before the blue line and head in. MJ Graham ties up his man. That's George Holt as they go into the corner. Puck goes free along the near side for Zach Sargis, and he gets a body laid into him by Hunter Bersani. Now Graham with this left wing side. He takes a check right back from Holt. Holt and Graham are pushing and shoving at each other. Zach Sargis falls on the play. Bersani to the point. Doyle bobbled it, still with the right point, a shot, and that one blocked in front as George Holt will skate it out to the neutral zone, backhanded away. Tommy Cardinal with this right wing circle. Cardinal trying to look to the middle. Oh, he had a man in Martin, but he put it through his legs. Now here's MJ Graham with some speed ahead. Graham left wing side with Bersani trying to drive the net. Graham a shot and a stick save made there by Paulin. 5:24 to go in the first.
And Graham could have had a odd man rush, but again, just out of gas. We're getting these chances at the end of the shifts.
Carolina trying to work it out in the near side boards. They succeed. Nolan with it at the red line. He has a couple of head fakes, gets tripped up, and a penalty coming up here against Carolina.
Well, that's what you want, Zach, is Nolan had just come off the bench. Legs were fresh. He tried to put a mover on a man. Carolina player just got beat flat-footed. You got to put the stick down and trip him.
Here's the irony. Remember a shift ago when Nolan was making some moves, tried to go in on a rush, but Daniel Martin had more speed than him being fresh. Daniel Martin trips him up and will sit in the sin bin for 2 minutes. The Ottawa, Ontario native gives us our first Georgia Power play of the night. River Dragons still looking for their first power play goal on the season. They are 7th in the 7-team FPHL at 0%. Carolina, 88% on the kill, good for second best in the league. Doyle with this at the right point, puts it down into the corner for Doe. Doe taking some stick work. Doyle gets a D-to-D across. He finds Gray. Now to the left wing circle for Petrantonio. Backhand after a check from Peshtuka. Armstrong with it underneath the goal line. Back for Petrantonio, left wing circle to Gray. Left point, fires a shot and a pad save made right there by Paulin. Right point, Doyle a blast. That one blocked away by Peshtuka in the slot. Petrantonio, bottom of the circles, works it. Grade fires, score! Jake Grade, welcome to Columbus! First power play goal of the season, and it's 1-0 Dragons.
That's what you would call a laser. Like, he released that shot, Zach. He wasn't a slap shot. It was a good wrist shot, and it rose right in the upper corner. I hope we get a replay of this at some point, but wow, what a laser shot. One of the best shots I've seen in this league.
Talk about making an impact in your first game with the new team. Jake Grade, a power play goal, first of the season for the Dragons. 4:34 to go in the first. We're back to 5-on-5, and here's Dana.
He shoots! River Dragons power play goal! Scored by number 12. Welcome to Columbus, Jake Gray!
Here's Graham ahead for Krupp, trying to go back to Graham on the back door. And nothing doing there. believe Petrantonio and Doyle, if I heard right, picked up the assist. Graham and Krupp nearly had a chance there. Carolina has the puck back, and Martin will drop this one here for Butita. Butita shoots it in from the red. It rims around to the far corner. Shapitzin first on it. Crowd is loud off that Dana Barker hype. And look out, here's Krupp with a 2-on-1 left wing side. Krupp trying to play it to the middle, and MJ Graham just too far in front of him as Paulin was able to sweep the stick. Big hit as Jay Krupp lights up his man, that's Nicoletti. Graham the wraparound attempt, save made Paulin as he got back to that far post in time. Look what a power play goal do for the legs, Scott.
Well, it certainly has got
another big hit right there by Shapitzin, just stepped into Hunt.
It's got the crowd going, it's got everybody going. Oh, wow.
Oh, Hunt was well off sides with Butita. They must have said that Columbus had played that one back in for him. Now Hunt drops a hit, and the penalty's coming up out of this. Hunt put in a hit on, I think that's Finch, and the arm went up from the neutral zone. 3:20 left to go in the first. We get another media timeout. 1-0 Dragons. We're back in 30 seconds here in the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at SunSouth. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at SunSouth, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center Power Play. Georgia Power Play for the second time tonight starts up. But let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. River Dragons are 1 for 1 on the Georgia Power Play tonight. It's how they have a 1-0 lead thanks to Jake Grade, who's out there once again. Columbus will win this draw, but it splits the defense. Petrantonio will send it all the way back into his own end. Chris Hunt, 2 minutes for boarding. 3:10 left to go here in the first as he's already 10 seconds through that offense. Left wing side, Doyle played across for his captain Petrantonio. 3-on-3 as he hits the line, stops it up right point. Down into the corner, Austin Doe had that one go through him. Pashtuka rims it around. Look out, that's a turnover and a breakaway the other way. Blake Peavy in all alone on McBurney. Peavy, save made McBurney as he tried to deke him to the glove hand, and Bailey shut it down. Now here's Armstrong with it. At the right point, he spins away from a check, gains the zone, filters it down. Doe one touch. Petrantonio, what a save made by Paulin. Backdoor Petrantonio, another save Paulin. He's out at the edge of the circle making it, and then Paulin knocked off his own net. A shot and a save, and we should get a held bench at least out of this from Carolina. Paulin was hustling back from basically the bottom of the circles and then just couldn't stop his momentum, ran into the post, and the net came off.
Deliberate.
1:10 left to go in this Georgia Power Play. 1-0 Dragons. And man, some end-to-end action. What the heck happened on the back end, Scott? Because Blake Peavy was all alone and darn nearly had that puck passed to him.
I think, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking here. And now there's going to be communication here. They should not allow Carolina to make the line change because there's no question that was deliberately pushed off. But regardless, it's a stoppage of play, and we got 1:10 left on the Georgia Power Play.
Looks like, they were allowed to. Face off to the right of Paulin. Butita won it away from Williamson. A battle in the corner worked out its way for Columbus. Frazio has this at the right point, deflected by Krupp as he took a check from Talipov. Martin down to a knee, played to Butita, and he'll slap it into the Columbus end. 2:15 left to go in the first. Under a minute to go in this Georgia Power Play. 1-0 Columbus on the Jake Grade power play goal earlier in the period. Frazio from the red line, pinballs around some bodies. Williamson racing in on it. He picks it up from the right wing hash. From behind the net, Williamson couldn't wrap it around, didn't have the angle. Left wing circle with it, taking some stick checks, still with the puck on his stick. Right point with it, now to the right wing hash again. He's done a full lap of the zone, and Talipov will run him into the corner boards. MJ Graham picks it out of feet. He dodges a check, backhand to the middle. Pashtuka read it first for Carolina. Off the boards and out. McBurney from the top of the circles comes out aggressive, plays it up. Williamson's in on side right point. Jagger Williamson with it. A play across to Frazio. One-time blast and a blocker save made right there by Paulin. Holt trying to work this one out. Williamson racing over. He's got it left point, spinning it to the middle, and Zach Sarr just knocks it away. 5 seconds left as Peavy dumps it down the length of the ice. McBurney slows it up. 1 for 2 on the Georgia power play as Chris Hunt is a free man.
Yeah, our power play seems to be like a potluck dinner. First one was really good, and we just took a bite of something there that was pretty bad because that was not a good power play.
Had a recent bad potluck dinner, Scott? That was a crazy one out of you. This one will be dumped in by Finch, and that one's a weird play off the kick plate. Now Bersani has his stick lifted, and the Thunderbirds will come out with this. Peavy off the wall. Gray just holds in along the blue, though. Under a minute to go in the Sun South John Deere first period. Dragons are leading at 1-0. Bersani, Anderson, backdoor. Way too saucy, as trying to knock that one down at the shoulders was Finch. Now here's Butita with some speed ahead. 2-on-3 as he hits the line. Good stick right there by Grade. That'll backhand it out to center. Bersani in a race. Martin gets there first, and it chips out off the stick clash just into the penalty box attendant area and out of play. Ooh, and that clock's still running here.
Well, they're having an issue shutting it down.
Well, I mean, the puck got in there, and that might have distracted the time operators. So
should be 33 seconds left.
Yeah, 24.6. They'll get that adjusted here quick. Dragons 1, Carolina nothing, and we'll have a neutral zone draw. Should be opposite the Carolina bench, and it will. Petrantonio's unit out there for Bouchard, and for Rutledge, it will be the Martin unit with Peshtuka and Cardinal. So getting it adjusted, 34 seconds, just one off for you, Scott.
Oh, we got a little bonus time.
Face-off is won by Carolina. They have it in their own zone. The 2 Russians on defense. This one is Talipov. Talipov, who whiffed on it for a second, then ate a stick of Petrantonio. Armstrong to Doe, right wing circle, spinning away from a check. Nobody to pass to, send it across the crease and wide. Petrantonio to Ozlich, back to Petrantonio. Shot, glove save, made there by Paulin. Armstrong was looking for something to dig at, but Chris Paulin, good job controlling the rebound and giving Columbus nothing. 15.7 to go here in the first, still 1-0. Dragons over the Birds.
Well, that's the one thing Chris is good at is normally he'll cover up those rebounds. But you mentioned it earlier. He's a veteran. He's a smart goaltender, and so he's not going to give up very many poor opportunities. Or good opportunities, I guess it would be.
Petrantonio kicks it and wins it. Ozelinch's shot wide of the glove hand. Not sure if Paulin saw that one. Under 10 to go. Doe holds in. Petrantonio right point. A blast. That one knocked away by Holt in the slot. This one will be flipped out by Cardinal. Icing's on, but 2 seconds left. There won't be enough time as we get to the break. 20 minutes in the books, Scott. Dragons started a little slow, but thanks to a late power play and a heck of a shot from the newest Dragon, Jake Grade, take a 1-0 lead into the room. Your thoughts?
I thought, you know what, you're exactly right. Carolina came out and really, I thought, put it to us early and had momentum. And then they took that penalty, and what a laser shot goes in the top corner there. And the next thing you know, we're up 1-0 and playing a lot better.
Well, it was a heck of a first period of play, and the Dragons definitely recovered because when you look at the shot counter, Heckler & Koch's shot counter here on the board says 14-10 in favor of the Dragons. Let's take a break. When we come back, the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report is up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at Sun South, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons lead the Thunderbirds 1-0 through 20 minutes of play on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, obviously the scoreboard reads in favor of Columbus 1-0, but I tell you, in this flow of a hockey game, certainly did not start this way. You thought Carolina might have had the first goal the way that they had hemmed Columbus in for the first, maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes even, but Columbus found a way to work out of it, and obviously the scoreline sits as it stands. From that opening to how the period ended, what did Columbus do better?
Well, I think what they did is they basically woke up. I mean, I hate to say it, Carolina came ready to play, and I thought the Birds were flat-footed. I really didn't think that. I don't know if they're still suffering for the emotions of last week, or again with all the new changes. And I've noticed they've changed up the lines. For example, we really liked last week. We liked that the Graham Krupp and
Van Weinsberg.
Yeah, line, and I think we've made some changes around here. I don't even recognize some of the lines, and so. I think it took time. There's a big difference between practice with a line mate in a game, because in practice you don't have somebody coming at you trying to take your head off. But I think the other thing is we played our game where we physically started putting the bodies. I mean, look at Shapitzin. I mean, sometimes I wonder if he even cares about the puck, out there. He's just out there finishing checks, and then, really, I think the power play, which scares me all the time, and we did give up a shorthanded opportunity because we like to, but I think that's what turned us around.
Bailey McBurney's been phenomenal, 10 saves out of 10 so far in that first period. Chris Paulin, Wiley veteran's been doing well, 13 saves on 14 shots. That's a 14-10 shot counter in favor of the Dragons on the Heckler & Koch shot total here in the board. The goal, it belongs to Jake Grade, assist to Petre Antonio and Doyle on the power play, 15:26 mark. Grade, first period with the new team, he's on the power play, and man, he let one rip.
He did, and what a missile, and I'm sure during the week you'll get to see a replay of that.
All right, let's take a break. Zamboni is now out there on the ice, so when we come back, we'll have a look at around the FPHL and the Zelmo Zip-In look around the league, and the Southern Professional Hockey League and more on the Southern Hockey Scoreboard. After this, on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. John Emerald Distilling, proud partners of your River Dragons, also the presenter of our weekly coaches show that you hear right here on these same radio networks, Tuesday nights, 6 to 7 p.m., live from the PMB studios. We have Jerome Bichard. Sometimes Scott Brand gets to join us, and we also have some special player guests. We recap the week that was with the Columbus River Dragons. Time to take a look around the FPHL with the Zelmo Zip-In look around the league. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Started over in Western New York, the Binghamton Black Bears are just tearing into Port Huron right now. It was 1-0 early on when we left this game. Right now, there are 5 minutes gone in the second period, and it's 6-0 right now, Scott, in favor of Binghamton.
Wow. Zach, when we were on break and I was trying to mess up the internet connection, it was 1-0.
Yeah.
What happened?
1-0, 4:16 mark in. That's where we left the game. Then Nikita Ivashkin picked up another one, 10-10 mark, 2-0. And then the floodgates open. 14:22, Kyle Stevens. 15:04, Gavin Yates. And then 16:45, Nikita Ivashkin completes his hat trick in the same period. And
That's a natural hat trick.
No.
Right? That's old-timey.
Wasn't all in a row. They got to be all in a row. But
in the period.
all in one period is certainly impressive. And then Sam Holetzi, with 1:53 gone in the second period, has made it 6-0. I would assume that Greg Harney has been chased for the Port Huron Prowlers, and he has. He lasted 16:45, gave up 5 goals. Corey Simons has since come in, and he's given up that goal in the early stages of the second period. 6-0 Binghamton, just waiting to kick the extra point with 14 minutes left to go in the second period there. How about the other half of New York? The Watertown Wolves hosting the Danbury Hat-Tricks. We have got a 1-1 score there, a little more manageable. Corey Anderson off the schneid very early for Danbury. 45 seconds in, he gets the goal on the road. Watertown then answers back with Josh LaBelle. 10:43 mark there. We're through the first period of play. No penalties recorded. They're having a nice, clean hockey game up there, Scott. What's happening?
You know what? Maybe they haven't seen each other enough to hate each other, but it seems like Watertown and Bingo have really turned into that's going to be a rivalry like we have here. And then poor Port Huron, I think we're their rivals. maybe Carolina is now, but they missed their travel partner.
Columbus is at Carolina tomorrow. Watertown is at Danbury, so this matchup we just looked at, Scott, will be reversed tomorrow as well. And Port Huron finishes up that series in Binghamton. All those games come up tomorrow. That's your Zelmo Zip-In look around the league. Now, very quickly, let's take a look at the Southern Professional League and the Southern Hockey scoreboard. 2 minutes left to go in the first. Fayetteville 3, Macon 1 from the Crown Coliseum in eastern North Carolina. Knoxville 4, Vermilion County nothing. Halfway through the first, it has been a struggle for the Bobcats in the early part of the season in the SPHL. Roanoke and Evansville are tied 1-1 about halfway through the first there. 5 minutes gone in the first period in Pensacola, and it's Quad City up 1-0 over the Ice Flyers, and Huntsville and Peoria dropped puck just a couple of seconds ago, so obviously no score there. I want to see you've got that goal for Quad City. It was Michael Moran. So we were talking about how in last night's contest, Scott, Quad City at Birmingham, Jay Krupp played in it, but a number of former Dragons did. CJ Hayes got on the scoreboard, so did Nick Mangone. And we're looking at this game between Pensy and Quad City. Well, we also see Sean Kuhn. He is in the net. He did give up the goal to Michael Moran early, but still a lot of time for him. So there's your former River Dragon involved in that game as we expected. Take a tiny peek over at the ECHL for just a moment. A couple of games of interest in the South. Maine 3, Jacksonville 2. That is in the second period over the Icemen hosting that one. It's Greenville 2-0 up on South Carolina. And Atlanta up 2-1 on Cincinnati. That one in the first period over here in Georgia. All right, that's the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, a look ahead to the Wild Animal Safari second period comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
Talking about Harvey Lumber over the past few years, I've always felt that it was very important to brag on the fact that Harvey Lumber has been here for over 150 years, taking care of many generations throughout the Chattahoochee Valley. They've stayed in business by always featuring the very best building materials that every company has to offer. And what's the most important element in building materials? The wood you use. That's why you'll always find the Yellowwood brand available at Harvey Lumber. Now there's something new, Yellowwood Protector. You've probably seen it advertised a lot during your favorite SEC football games on Saturdays. Yellowwood Protector is a semi-transparent stain and water-repellent wood sealer for decks, fences, pergolas, outdoor furniture, and pretty much anything you can build with Yellowwood. Yellowwood Protector comes in 4 different colors: smoky gray, rich walnut, American classic cedar, and crystal clear. You know we always say that if it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Now try the first stain worthy of the yellow tag, Yellowwood Protector. Available at Harvey Lumber Company, 800 15th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. A couple of minutes left to go. The John Emerald Distilling first intermission report. 1-0. Columbus leads it over the Carolina Thunderbirds on a power play goal from Jake Grade. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. John Emerald Distilling. If you can't make it up to Opelika and sample their products right from the source, we've got a couple of places here in Columbus, including the Bottle Shop. That's where you can go and purchase them for yourselves. Hey, how about Nonick Beer Bar and Kitchen downtown, or Jarfly? Didn't you go there for lunch earlier this week, Scott?
Well, I may have had that's where you may have tested the fine brew known as Flight.
There you go. So the John Emerald Distilling Company, Opelika, Alabama, and of course plenty of different providers here in the Chattahoochee Valley area.
My office before the game. It's a good provider.
Yes, there you go, too. All right, Scott, 1-0. Columbus leads it here. Dragons do lead in shots 14-10, but we've seen Carolina very capable of playing a very heavy possession game, hemming Columbus in, yet we've seen it on the other foot, Columbus hemming Carolina in. With this, the period of the long change, though, that's going to make for some very interesting hockey. Who can get on that front foot first is really going to dictate how the period goes in their favor or not.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see how Carolina comes out down by a goal, 2 power plays to none in our favor, and the Dragons got to keep what they're doing. The bodies have been flying a little bit more, and I think the physical body will help us as long as we keep our head about it and don't go chasing guys. You don't want to chase a guy and take a penalty. We talked about it off the air. We may get a little bit of break on that second power play. But one's coming our way, and we don't want to give the officials an excuse to put us in the penalty box, and we don't want to put ourselves in a position to get in the penalty box.
River Dragons haven't put themselves in the penalty box yet. Still yet to have their first PK of the game. 1 for 2 on the Georgia power play, again, thanks to the Grade goal. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're all set and ready to go for the Wild Animal Safari second period on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Chattahoochee's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn & Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. The referees are back out onto the ice. The Dragons and Thunderbirds will follow them shortly after. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. River Dragons lead it 1-0. And now the teams are back on the ice, Scott. You can no longer be hockeying and or poking.
We really got to get wireless microphones because I got all tangled up doing the...
Yeah, it was a tough time for you up here, I'm sure. That horn lets you know the Dragons are back out onto the ice. Bailey McBurney leads them out, and he is stopped up in the crease over to our right for this period. River Dragons dressed in the home reds with the black helmets, secondaries, pants, and numbers with white and teal trim. They'll be going right to left across your radio dial in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Bailey McBurney, a perfect 10 for 10 so far in the saves department. Over to our left, it is Chris Paulin returning to the crease. Thunderbirds in the road whites with the Script and State logo on the chest, black trim, black helmets and pants, and red numbers. They'll be going left to right. Final seconds ticking down. Paulin, by the way, 13 saves on 14 shots. The goaltenders have been very good so far in this one. But now it's all about the period of the long change. Who can help their goaltender out the best by being smart defensively, getting back to the bench as quick as you possibly can. You don't want to give up too many breakaway opportunities. Of course, Bailey McBurney, he had about all the breakaway practice he wanted last Saturday, making 10 saves on 12 shootout shots back on Saturday night. Chris Paulin was not involved in that game, so we'll see what ends up happening out of it. Horn goes, and we are just about ready for the Wild Animal Safari second period. The Petrantonio unit is out there for Jerome Boom Boom Bichard, and it looks like it is the PV unit for Garrett Rutledge and the Thunderbirds.
This is the only reason I'm up here.
I know.
Because you know what happens?
What happens in the second period, Scott?
Someone's getting slobbered on.
Well, let's see. Haven't had a scrap yet in this one, but certainly these two teams are not shy to each other about it. Peavy and Petrantonio. Puck is down, and we are underway here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Petrantonio with a touch ahead at the red line that knocks off of Bodies and Pishtuka in front of the Columbus bench. Works it back, a tip off of Petrantonio's stick, and that one flew on him all the way into section 112, all the way to our far left. Young fan will go collect that puck and take home a fun souvenir from the hockey game. 1947 to go here in period 2. Dragons 1, Carolina nothing on the Grade power play goal back in the first.
Where did we get Grade from?
So Grade was a signing. Was in the SPHL, bouncing around a handful of teams in the Midwest. Evansville, Peoria, and most recently Vermilion County. And eventually said, hey, I'm tired of bouncing around. I want to come play for a team where I'm going to be a kind of stable guy. And, well, he's certainly earning that stable position so far in this one. Frazio from the right point. That one went off the back door. And Petrantonio on the backhand just could not put that one towards goal. Shot coming in from a long ways away. McBurney makes the save as Chris Hunt fired in a fastball. And we'll get another whistle. 1926 to go here in period 2. 1-0 Columbus.
Hey, we have to say hello to our moms.
Well, we do. They're both listening in. And usually, last time we were on, we were in Port Huron together, Scott. So, we were around our family, got to see them. But now down here in Georgia, far away. Hey, Mom, how you doing?
And hello, Mom, and those listening in Chicago, Lake Zurich.
Those of you listening back in the Detroit area and the greater Michigan area at large. We got a lot of friends in a lot of different cities in that state. Shot from the top of the right wing circle from Cardinal. And it's wide of the blocker hand there on McBurney. In the neutral zone, Brad Nolan finds a bouncing puck, dodges a check there from Cardinal, and then Nolan will just sit down Cardinal. Didn't like the check attempt. Nolan holds in right point, fires one that blocked in front by Cody Oakes. And so when we flip down the length of the ice, Cody Oakes trying to get underneath it. He does. Jagger Williamson watching over him. Backhand, fought off by McBurney. Another effort. Reach back with the glove. Third chance. Save made McBurney. Twice denying Tommy Cardinal as he got his own rebound. At the left point, it's dropped back. George Holt a shot. That one blocked off of Ozelinch and skitters wide. Williamson rims this one around. It goes off the glass and out of play, so there will be no delay of game here against Columbus, and both teams will be able to change. 18:43 left to go in the second. 1-0 Dragons. How about that for a go route to hit Cody Oakes on that?
Yeah, nice play. And, Cody Oakes been in and out of the league and played for us the 1 year for a little bit, then went away. And nice job, doing a good job here tonight.
Face-off coming to the right of McBurney. Corgan going to get waved out of this draw as he came in a little too early. Winning this one back is Bersani, and Columbus will rim it around the boards. Near side, Dalton Anderson dodges a check, sends it back to that far corner. Grade plays it up to Finch. Finch skating backwards, is in a vulnerable position. Bersani, nice dummy run. Anderson's got some space, left swing, a shot, and that one just high over the bar. Right wing hash with this puck now is Finch. Finch from behind the net spins away from the check of Nicoletti. Now he's double teamed behind the net. Rims around. Right point held in by Grade. His shot. And that one deflects wide. George Holt can't settle a bouncing puck. Loose in the slot for a moment. And then Carolina got to stick to it. And David Nicoletti, who eventually pushes it out to center. Bersani got turned over. Hunt sends it in from about 80 feet. And an easy save by McBurney as he swallows that one up in the breadbasket. Obviously, McBurney will take those shots, helps the save percentage, but right now, Carolina, more offensive zone draws in this one. Looks like trying to establish some zone presence, Scott.
No, they absolutely are, and they typically come out and they play good the first half, and we typically, for some reason, like to sit in the locker room and maybe wait for a big hit or wait for something, but we don't want to give Carolina anything.
Petrantonio giving instructions to his wings as he gets ready to take this draw against Peavy. Peavy will win it at the left point. It gets dropped back. A long shot is sticked away by the Columbus netminder and picked up near boards by Austin Doe. Flipped that one to center. Zach Sargis bobbled it and nearly Levi Armstrong went in on a breakaway, but Talipov was able to cover on the backside. At the Columbus Blue, Frazio and Doe will play some catch. How about that for a couple of names, Scott, that don't pronounce how they look? Frazio's tied up. Petrantonio picks it out of feet. He works it up ahead to Doe. Doe with this left wing side. Gets away from Sargis. Gets away from another. Doe left circle. Pass across. What a save. Paulin. Backhand on the rebound. And it went across the crease. Austin Doe maybe wanted to be a little more selfish right there, but a great pass to Armstrong. Save of the night right now from Chris Paulin.
Yeah, that might be one of those Kinetic Union credit rates.
Well, usually the saves of the week are our saves.
I know, but that was good. You might give a shout out for that one.
Jay Krupp dodges a hit. Pass to the middle. It's between him and MJ Graham. Loose there. Backhand score. Jagger Williamson, first as a pro, baby. Finds the loose puck and goes in. 2-0 Columbus.
Now, Paulin doesn't have his helmet on, so the question is going to be, did his helmet come off before the shot or what? All I'm going to tell you is that we're not going to have a discussion.
Now, we've seen this happen before in this very building where a goaltender's mask will come off, but if there's an immediate scoring opportunity, it can't be negated. And if they rule that, which Carolina, judging by body language, is not going to get their way on, it should remain as that and will be Jagger Williamson's first goal as a professional, finding a loose puck in the slot and then backhanding that one up and off the back bar with Paulin down and out. And the mask had come off at some point. Didn't see when it had happened in the sequence, Scott, but it must have happened bang, bang with the goal because it's being allowed to stand. And here's Dana Barker.
Maybe.
They're still talking about it, too. Look out.
He shoots. River Dragons goal scored by number 21, Jagger Williamson. Assisted by number 22, Jay Krupp, and number 8, MJ Graham at 2:56.
Krupp and Graham pick up the assist. Krupp's into the zone, almost filtered it through to Graham for a breakaway, and just getting his stick on it there was Tommy Cardinal. He's got it into the zone, right wing circle. Cardinal dodging away from the check in the corner. Pass to the middle. Pastuca, check that Butita shot, and it's patted away by McBurney, sliding down to the butterfly. Stretch pass ahead. Graham and Krupp could not find that one in the backhand, and it will go for icing as Krupp claims he got a touch on that one, but linesman will disagree, and he'll have to stay out and complete this shift. 16-12 to go here in a second. Jagger Williamson, what a story, Scott, from playing game number 1 with the Dragons to having a real bad leg injury. Now he's back, he's healthy, and that's his first goal as a professional.
Yeah, I mean, he looked great. Listen, the problem is here is a communication issue between the linesman and Krupp. The linesman, I believe, waved off the offsides. Krupp thought he waved off the icing, so instead of skating down 3 strides, he could have negated that icing. It came back, so a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Carolina won the offensive zone draw, and McBurney had to make a good save on a shot from Peshtuka from distance. This one will fall back to the Carolina line. In on sides, this is Finch. No, it is offsides. This brought out and then back in again.
Yeah, Anderson was parked in the zone.
16 minutes left to go here in the second. 2-0 Dragons. But Scott, we got to go back. Come on. Jagger Williamson getting his first goal as a professional after what we know he has been through to get back to playing pro hockey. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, didn't he play 2 shifts with us and that was it?
He
seems like in 1924 or something.
He played game 1 and in the third period suffered that injury back in Delaware. And man, I know he's got to be feeling really good, and I know he's got a lot of proud people. A lot of people proud of him, I should say, back in British Columbia, that Vernon area, where he was a mainstay in the Vernon Vipers program. Doyle will send this one over to Grade now. Back for Doyle in his own end as Columbus has possession. 15:47. Ooh, a turnover. Can Peshtuka turn on it? Coming back to help out is Anderson. Can't get it out. Peavy from the right point. That one deflected away by Grade. Finch tried to sell out and block, and he's slow to get up. Peavy with it now behind the net, being watched by Grade. Tried to lift the stick. Back for Zach Sargis at the right point. Sargis checked by Finch. Here's Anderson, 3-on-1 the other way. Anderson with speed, left wing side, pass across. Finch settles it, kicks it to the stick, and he scores! What a nifty backhand through the 5-hole. Finch has his second of the year, and it's 3-0 Columbus.
If you would have asked me to put money on whether he was going to score that, I would have said no way, because he looked like he was bowling the puck and got way in too close, but Paulin made a mistake. He was so far in the net, he couldn't react to it, and that went right in the 5-hole. Great play by Finch. Second goal of the night.
Beauty of a play. Second of the season,
for
Finch. But a beauty of a play right there to set him up. Dalton Anderson's going to get a helper on that one. And, man, the River Dragons, they have come out buzzing to start this second period. 2 goals before the first 5 minutes. 3-0 here in this one. And now let's hear from Dana Barker again.
He shoots! River Dragons goal scored by number 20, Trevor Finch. His second goal of the season, assisted by number 28, Dalton Anderson, at 4:37 in the second period.
Dalton Anderson will pick up the helper. 4:37 mark, 3-0 Columbus leads. We're 5 minutes gone here in the second, and the River Dragons are putting it on Carolina right now. Nicoletti has this behind his own net. He overskated it. Armstrong passed to the middle, and it was out of the reach of Petrantonio. Shot coming in from the top of the circles. Sticked up into the air into the near corner now off of Paulin. Doe takes a check. Nicoletti giving him the business in this corner. Also helping out is George Holt. Petrantonio works it out. Shapitz into Frazio. D-to-D. Shot deflected. Loose wide. Nearly jamming it in at the corner. And Levi Armstrong could not get it past Paulin, who was holding on to his post. Couple of extra sticks at the Carolina netminder will draw a crowd. But now we'll get our media timeout. 14:34 to go in the second. Dragons now lead it 3-0 here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
What's a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 3, Thunderbirds nothing. Goals in this period for Jagger Williamson and Trevor Finch, and giving Columbus a 3-goal cushion as we have an offensive zone draw coming up to Paulin's left. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, you got to love the way Columbus has come out to start second.
I do. I like it a lot better than the first 3 minutes of the game when it was all Carolina, but it seems like we're warming up a little bit more and moving the puck well.
Williamson ties up with Butita on the draw on a second effort. Butita will win it. Grebennikov has it in the near side circle, pulls it back to the forehand and sends it ahead to Butita. 2-on-1 if he wants it. Left wing side, hustling back is Shapitzin, takes away from the pass. Butita backhand, save made McBurney. Second effort, McBurney is able to find it and get his glove to it. 14-19 now left to go in the second. Still 3-0. McBurney, solid as you like now with this 3-goal cushion.
Absolutely playing well and seeing the shots well. And by the way, the boys had a chance to go out to Victory Land. I don't know if you know, the other day, and do a little commercial filming, and hopefully we'll be seeing that soon.
Do we tell the story on the back end of it?
No. Be a violation of salary cap.
Well, not exactly. Croup backhand flips this out. That's a delay of game. Went over the glass.
It's not an official game unless Jay Croup takes a penalty.
14-14 to go here in the second. Croup in the box, 2 minutes for delay of game. Just got too much underneath that, trying to go off the glass, went over the glass and out. And now the first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Carolina, 14.8% on the power play, 6th best in the 7-team FPHL. Columbus, 100% on the PK, still have yet to give one up. Grebennikov right point to Ford off the Carolina win. Graham will play the bobble all the way down the ice and start the penalty kill off the right way. Paulin will tee up for Grebennikov behind the net.
You know, there's a guy that's been here for a long time and being asked to be more of a leader, Grebennikov.
He's been asked to play defense here in the early stages of the season after doing very well as a forward. Still their leading point getter as Williamson sends this off the glass. Graham's in a race here with Grebennikov. They rub shoulders. Grebennikov has the inside track, and Graham could not lift his stick. Almost an effort right there. 30 seconds gone, and the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Here's Gus Ford with the right wing circle. Ford dropping it back at the hash marks to the right point. He gives a little give and go. Talipov back for Ford. Pad save made as Ford shot it right from the dot. Butita with this puck. Trades places with Talipov. He's got it at the right wing circle. Talipov down to the hash marks, playing it back left point. One touch passing D to D. That one went through Talipov's stick, and it'll be found and dumped the length of the ice by Dalton Anderson.
Dragons doing a great job of being a basic penalty kill, playing the box and getting their opportunities to throw the puck down the ice. They've already killed off over a minute.
Halfway through the Croup delay of game minor. Under 13 to play in the second. Still 3-0 Columbus at the red line. This one's chopped at. Falls the way of Carolina. Here's Cody Oakes with the right wing circle. Oakes a shot and a pad save made. He was looking to go 5-hole and dumping it down the length of the ice. Splitting the defense. Looked like that was Noah Doyle getting his stick to it there. Paulin will play this one off glass to an open wing. Hunt gets bodied up there for a moment by Spitzen. Now they go to the far wing. Oakes trying to get around Armstrong. He's on the backhand. Pass over to Cardinal. Now to the near circle. Hunt laying it back, and a good stick by Armstrong. Just able to get it out at the high slot.
Well, now the Thunderbirds can be accused of what the River Dragons normally do, making too many passes. Just shoot the puck.
Here's Martin in over the line through the middle, 3-on-2. His shot, an easy save made there by McBurney. Little pushing and shoving from Frazio and from Cardinal. Nothing coming out of that. 11 ticks left in the Croup minor. 12-17 to go in period 2, and it's 3-0.
Croup trying to get instruction on what to do, whether to come out of the box or go on the ice.
Well, you know, with the way the penalty boxes are set up with the period of the long change, he might be thinking, hey, let me float the blue line here for a couple of seconds if you guys win it.
I think I think the penalty disappeared.
It did.
Home ice advantage.
Well, it disappeared, but Croup's still in there, so that's a little unfortunate. So they're going to have to get this recorrected and go back and check. Whoa, they drop it all the way down to 3. It's
good.
Did it say 3 before, Scott?
Apparently it did.
I thought it said 11. Nobody on either bench, well, seems to be complaining, and then the referees took a look at it and now are going to skate back.
Well, I think part of the problem is from this angle, they can't see the score clock, so they don't know if it was set right, and there is a discrepancy on the time. Shouldn't simple math be able to figure this out? I was told there would be no math in hockey, but apparently there is. So that means Joshua and you rest of you youngsters better know your math, because you got to be able to subtract it.
I'm being told by production the problem might actually be from the game clock. That 3 seconds might be right, and the 12-17 should actually be a little higher. I'm not sure what it is. Carolina's got an explanation. Garrett Rutledge is yelling about it from across the way.
Well, he better yell about something. He's down 3-0.
He's a little bit more unhappy, and as the puck drops, we get the horn hit. Now I'm with the referees here, Scott. The body language says, oh my goodness, now what?
Well, let's remember the issue we had earlier was that puck went into the box, and and the clock wouldn't stop. So maybe we're having a technical issue down there.
All right. Now this puck is dropped, and it's running, and Columbus wins it. Frazio from behind the net all the way down to the Carolina blue line, and Nicoletti will have it there. Spin pass up ahead for Martin. Frazio gets to stick to it first, and he'll pull it back down to the bottom of the circles. Frazio a pass across. It's with a high stick off of Hunt, and it will be played by Holt at the red, and it will be a high stick play. 11:59 to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Dragons 3, Thunderbirds nothing. Second period goals, Jagger Williamson and Trevor Finch.
Who's got 2 goals?
2 goals in this period would be the River Dragons.
No, who scored for us?
We've got Grade, we've got Williamson, and we've got Finch.
So 3 goal scorers.
Yeah, but nobody with 2 goals yet.
Maybe I'm predicting.
Maybe you should write down notes. Who knows?
I didn't bring a pen. I'm not prepared for this.
We got a heck of a battle here. Schmidt and Holt are going at each other. That was a cross check. Schmidt's asking Holt if he wants to go. Graham's going to get involved with Holt. He's been no stranger to the center of controversy between these two teams. And we stopped playing hockey for a moment, so that means we got a whistle blown. And what are we getting out of this? There was a heck of a board battle when we were talking, Scott, 2-on-2, that quickly escalated. And Schmidt and Holt will both step into the box, it looks like.
Well, Holt was the aggressor there and tackled Schmidt. Schmidt, not one that really backs down, really didn't do too much, but finally when they got up, decided to ask George Holt if he liked the taste of his hockey stick, proceeded to cross-check him in the teeth, and then they both went at each other again.
So we'll be 4-on-4 here with each guy getting 2 minutes.
Kind of surprised that he just didn't drop the gloves and go. Or am I disappointed? Either one, but...
Face-off will come to the left of McBurney. Carolina will sort themselves out. They had 5 on the ice. Now they drop to 4. 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes. As Schmidt and Holt pick up matching minors. Columbus wins the draw. Can't get it out past Peavy along the hash marks. MJ Graham will find this one in the scrum. Skated out from the dot. Now he's got it over the center ice logo. Graham with speed and handles as he tangles to the left wing side. Graham just a spin away from a check. Grebennikov laid into him nice. And then Carolina will push it down into the Columbus end. Williamson makes a man miss. Makes another man miss with some speed ahead. 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Williamson toe drag. Fake through the legs. And it went back too far for Nolan. Doyle a blast. Deflected score. It's off a Carolina stick up high. Doyle's going to get the goal. 4-0 Columbus. The ref was waving it off, Scott, because it was a high stick, but it was off a Carolina stick. Doyle's got his first, or is that Nolan, excuse me. Either way, it's 4-0.
Who cares? It counts. You're right, it was hit with a high stick above the shoulder, but it was a Carolina defenseman, so it's going to count. Carolina not getting any breaks tonight, and they're upset. I don't know what there is to be upset about. It's a pretty standard rule.
Garrett Rutledge is not happy. He's making the high stick signal, but
he's right.
There was no Columbus body around. That was clearly a Carolina high stick into their own net, which is very much a legal play. We're still 4-on-4 for 1:29. And here's Dana Barker.
He shoots! River Dragons goal scored by number 24, Brad Nolan. His first goal of the season, assisted by number 4, Noah Doyle, at 8:50 in the second period. Again, that's Nolan.
Petrantonio sidesteps a man as he's into the zone. Left wing corner, plays it back to Doyle. His shot well wide of the blocker hand. It's Nolan's goal assisted by Doyle. And unless my eyes were tricking me on 4 versus 24, I mean, maybe Nolan did get a touch on that somewhere. I could have sworn Doyle took that shot. Scott, doesn't matter. River Dragons are right now 4-0 in the middle stages of this game.
And they got to keep the foot on the gas pedal and put these birds away because they're awfully good at coming back.
Grade fires a shot. That went right into the shin pads of Nicoletti. Grade gets his own rebound, backhands it around as Columbus changes behind this, trying to hem Carolina in. Emerging out is Talipov. He plays it to Nicoletti in a one-touch between he and Hunt. Nicoletti a shot wide, deflected off the corner, and bounces favorably for McBurney, who will take a whistle. 10:04 to go in period 2. 23 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4, and it's all Dragons right now, 4-0.
Am I reading the scoreboard right? Are we actually getting outshot?
We are, but I know occasionally the shots, they come in waves because they might be behind in the count, but right now it does favor Carolina 20-17. And when you consider, there's no way that could be right, because shots at the period were 14-10. That means the Dragons have 3 goals on 3 shots.
That's good.
Well,
that's a good percentage.
That's a heck of a percentage for the period, but I don't think that's right. They got to be tallying some up in the background there. We'll let you know at the period break what goes on with that. Frazio plays this one ahead to Anderson. Anderson, right wing circle, trying to chip it around. Loose in the middle. Bersani had his stick clashed the last moment there by Grebennikov. Peshtuka takes a check there from Bersani. Puck falls free in the feet, and Peshtuka emerges with it. Pass. Ooh, that was dangerously across the net. Now down to the box comes Schmidt and Holt in the 5-on-5. Schmidt emerges with it from a scrum. Left wing circle, pass to the middle weakly, and Grebennikov, the only one there in a white or red jersey. Grebennikov hits Holt in stride. He's trying to get around Frazio. Holt driving the net. Backhand save made McBurney, and he covers it up. And Frazio plays lead blocker, making sure his goaltender's protected. 9:25 to go in the second. Let's take another break. When we come back, the rest of the Wild Animal Safari second period here on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
And maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center. Dragons 4, Thunderbirds nothing. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of Master Barbers, an old school barbershop. 1041 First Avenue in downtown Columbus. They'll be open 10 a.m. Saturday. Call ahead for an appointment, 706-321-5930. 706-321-5930, the official barbershop of your Columbus River Dragons. It's loud in here. Dragons 4, Carolina nothing. 3 goals in this second period. Started with Williamson, then Finch, and then most recently, Brad Nolan getting his first as a River Dragon on a 4-on-4 effort. Speaking of Nolan, he's got the puck now in the near side corner in his own end. Uses the net as a little bit of support, gets double-teamed by a couple of Thunderbirds. MJ Graham coming to help out along the half wall. Butita lifts the stick, he comes out with it. Ozelich puts a good body onto him and seals it up in the corner. Graham pushes it around along the near boards. This one will just get out as Nolan ate a hit at the end of that play from Cardinal. Holt off the wall for Butita. Sent that one through a whole maze of bodies, and Nolan had it in his own zone. Give and go back with him and Jagger Williamson. 8:45 left to go here in the second. From Zach DeBozart, he's Scott Brand. Krupp, nice spin move, gets around Zach Sargis with it on the backhand underneath the goal line. Krupp with it, right wing corner. Sargis clashes his stick, and he's able to get the better of that encounter. From his own blue, Cardinal to Butita, 2-on-1 if he hustles. Good stick right there by Doyle. That interrupted the pass attempt. Jake Krupp will find this one, take it behind his net, and he will wait up for a change to happen here. 8:22 to go in period 2.
Yeah, Krupp last night was over in Birmingham and got called up, got sent back down, and now tries to set up Graham.
This one played into the Carolina end, off the stanchion. Zach Sargis for Peshtuka, now into the path of Martin. Daniel Martin dropped it back. Peavy had his stick lifted by Pietrangelo, now dealing with the Columbus captain as this one gets rimmed all the way around to the near side circle. Cody Oakes comes in, pinches on the play, holds in for a moment. Austin Doe trying to stare him down. This one rimmed around the high glass and just did stay in for Carolina. Great has got this one in the far corner, now back behind for Doyle. Doyle will slow this one up. And now here comes the forecheck and the rush ensuing from Columbus. Passing it out to the near side circle, now dropping it back for Doyle in the slot. He plays it up the near boards. Geometry was off, and Cody Oakes intercepts. Oakes up ahead here for Martin. Pietrangelo tried to lift the stick. Butita had it in the middle, and an easy stick save made by McBurney. Butita down into the corner. Martin lifted a stick. He comes out with the puck. Pass to the middle was too hard and goes off a skate. And then Armstrong took a wicked hit there from Martin at the end of that one. Here's Butita. He comes in over the line on sides. Butita right circle, pad save, and there's a fight going on. Armstrong and Martin. Armstrong didn't like the hit. Asked Martin. He said, let's go. They're squaring up right around the red line. Martin goes in for a grab. He comes up empty, not once but twice. There's a lot of posturing. Now Martin gets a hold of the jersey. He tries to drag Armstrong in. They're both getting the rights free. Martin fires in a couple of rights early. Now Martin changes up to the left. Armstrong's lost his lid. Armstrong's trying to rip off Martin's helmet. He connects a nice right as he's down in a prone position. Another uppercut connects as now Martin's lid is off. They're helmetless. They're still going. A wrestling match. Armstrong with a hammer fist over the top. Martin gets out of that grasp, but then he's down to a knee, and the crowd lights up because of it. Levi Armstrong, that's 2 straight nights. or 2 straight Fridays, I should say. He's tussled with a Thunderbird, quickly becoming a crowd favorite, I'd say.
He's such a nice kid. I met his girlfriend the other day, and she's so nice, and you wouldn't think of that from Levi, but man, you start sniffing the Freon there. The next thing you know, it gets in your blood, and you start throwing them left and right, and I thought in terms of a fight, you're always going to say your guy won, right? But he waited in good patience. He took a couple body blows, but then those 3 or 4 uppercuts he threw, pretty good uppercuts.
That was a good fight, for sure, between Armstrong and Martin. Of course, Daniel Martin is a name that's probably familiar to River Dragons fans here. When he was a member of the Dashers, him and Chase Follis, they would go at it pretty consistently. So Martin certainly not afraid to drop the gloves. Armstrong didn't like the hit he took at the end of the play. They squared up. They had a doozy of one. And there you go, Scott. Someone got slobbered on in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Grebennikov, left wing side, comes into the zone. Frazio puts a hit onto him. Puck squirts free. Grebennikov still with it. Wrap attempt. Save made by McBurney, holding onto his near post. This one loose in the corner. Cardinal gets to it first as Bersani's racing after him. Shapitzin ties him up behind the net with a good hit. Frazio, nice box out to dodge a check and backhanded left wing up the wall to the red line. Grebennikov gets hit there by Anderson. It's tied up between their feet. Opposite the Columbus bench, Shapitzin tried to come out with it, but coming in with it was Corgan, and a backhand flip gets over the glass and out of play to a fan in section AO 9-10. I can't count that high when he's got to go all the way around the building that quick.
I thought you were good at math.
I'm good at math. Counting's a different thing when you don't see the numbers.
So, I'm going to have to leave here a little early to go write an apology to all the fans who saw the fight and got up and left. So
6:36 left to go here in the second. Dragons 4, Thunderbirds nothing.
Apologize for that violence.
Crowd is getting its money's worth here tonight at the Columbus Civic Center. In the right wing corner with this puck is Hunt. He's being watched there by Ozelich. Ozelich finishes him off as he drops it to start a cycle. Butita to the center point for Holt. He walks it, fires, and that one wide and high over the bar on McBurney. There's some speed up ahead. Sidesteps one man. Now he's into the neutral zone with it is Grade. It's Williamson. Williamson off the boards for Graham, trying to go back to Williamson. He reached behind him on the backhand, but not much he could do with it. Now here come the Thunderbirds 2-on-2. 3-on-2 if Nicoletti gets involved. Butita stops it up left circle. Nicoletti a shot and a block in front by Jay Krupp. Right place, right time there for Jay.
Krupp doesn't mind getting hit with a puck. I mean, he's a dirty player, not in terms of how he plays, just in terms of he'll go in the corners. I mean,
Scrappy.
Scrappy,
might be the better
that's
word.
a better word.
Nolan will dump this one in from the wrong side of red, but it's on net, and Paulin has to make the save and negate icing. Oakes with it in the corner. Takes a check there from Krupp. Puck falls free all the way out to the neutral zone, and here's Blake Peavy. Peavy with this right wing circle, trying to get around Doyle. From behind the net, this one rimmed around. Cardinal played it up the wall. Petrantonio a crunching hit. Holt a shot, blocked in front. McBurney didn't see it. Now Krupp trying to get up ahead for Doe, and the pass was just a little too hard for him. He couldn't get on the end of it. Doe and Cody Oakes are battling. Doe wins it. Petrantonio shot, a save made right there by Paulin. Loose stick belongs to a Thunderbird. That's Talipov. He'll now go and retrieve it. On the near side, it's Corgan with it. Oakes and Petrantonio involved in a board battle. Doe picks it out from behind. Loose there. Schmidt a chance. Pad save. Rebound. Skitters wide into the far corner. Talipov sends this one out past Grade, and Doyle's got to rush in after this one, get ahead of Vinny DeAndrea, and he will by about a half a step. McBurney will play a little lead blocker for him as Doyle goes behind the net. We're under 5 minutes to play here in the second. Dragons lead it by 4.
Yeah, Dragons got to get a line change. They're awfully tired.
Shapitzin was tied up there with Hunt, and then they ran into the linesman, and that draws some reaction from the crowd.
He even apologized to the linesman.
4:36 left to go here in the second. Carolina with possession behind their own net. Zach Sargis with it. Trying to skate it out for his new team. Sargis trying to dangle around Anderson. He does. And the backhand pass up ahead to Peshduka. Peshduka with the right wing circle. Shot save made. McBurney rebound loose, and he gets his blocker on it there. McBurney had it on the high chest. Just slipped out of his grasp. But he was able to feel it and grab it with the blocker before anybody in a white jersey could tap it home. 4:20 left to go here in the second. Let's take another break. Actually, no, let's keep it right here. I apologize. We're going to keep it right here, Scott. Talk about what we've seen. Dragons 4, Carolina nothing. Shots on goal right now. Still favoring Carolina, though, by a total of 24-20.
Yeah, maybe they didn't get the memo. We're supposed to cheat for us when it comes to shots on goal. No, you know what? Carolina's not doing a bad job. They're just not capitalizing on any of their opportunities, number one, and we are. And that's been the difference so far. I think we outplayed them. Now, the last 3 or 4 minutes here, I think it's probably been a pretty even game. Carolina's come back, had a couple good opportunities, and hopefully we can continue to shut them down and get out of this period with the donut on the board.
You know, on that note about the shot counts, I don't think McBurney is going to complain too much because obviously goaltenders like when the shot counter gets a little loose with the button on their side of things. 24 of 24 so far in this one for the Massachusetts netminder. And over on the other side of things, Chris Paulin, after we were talking very glowingly about him in the first period, obviously a much tougher second with 3 goals going past him, Jagger Williamson, Trevor Finch, and Brad Nolan 4-on-4 in that order.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can really blame him for all those. Maybe the last one could have been a little soft, but they were all pretty goals, and there's not a lot you can do, when you're not getting a lot of help. But different game than last time we played these guys.
Indeed it is. Faceoff will come to the left of Bailey McBurney. Butita is set to take this draw against Anderson. It's tied up in the feet. Bersani trying to come help out. It'll fall Columbus's way off the glass. Hunt works it back down into the near corner. Butita from behind the net trying to slap it in front. Couldn't get it past the back side of the cage. Shapitzin will play this one back, still in his own end. Anderson played it for Frazio. And Frazio will now move it ahead, and Columbus is out of their own zone. Anderson with some speed trying to get around Hunt. It plays to the far wall. Anderson's got the angle there, but Carolina will have as it goes behind their own net. 2-on-2 battle. Hunter Bersani ends up taking his man out of the play, and now it's a dog pile as Zach Sargis pushes Dalton Anderson on top of everybody. Shapitzin is shot from the left point, just wide of the blocker hand on Paulin. Peshtuka gets it out, pass to Butita, finds him in stride right wing. Butita with it at the dots, now from behind the goal line, being watched by Shapitzin. Now Frazio, good stick, pokes it up onto the onto the dasher boards, and it'll be sent out only to the Carolina Blue for George Holt.
And again, that one's going to hit the scoreboard.
Well, that one hit the scoreboard, and what's funny, Scott, is we kind of remarked during the first weekend, the scoreboard was a little lower than usual. It's higher than it was, but even, I think, at the highest setting, that one might have gotten clipped by the Jumbotron at center. And it'll be an offensive zone draw for Columbus as Carolina played that from their own end.
Yep, and 3:21 left here to go in the second period. Your Dragons up 4-0.
PV wins the defensive zone draws. We're back underway. Holt tries to rim it around. And right point, it's held in by Ozelinch. He lets one go. That one gloved down by Holt in the slot. He looks to break Carolina out the other way. Here's Cardinal with the 2-on-2 as he hits the line right wing side. Cardinal slows it up. Now Nolan takes it away from the corner boards, rims it around, half wall far side. Nicoletti down for Cardinal behind the net. Cardinal to the middle. That one ramped up off a body. Jagger Williamson gets the block, and it gets sent down towards the Carolina Blue. Nicoletti plays that one into the zone. Nolan first on it for Columbus. Brad Nolan trying to get it out. Kicked and held in by Peavy, but immediately turned over. Here's Jay Krupp the other way. Krupp, left wing circle, trying to play a nice fancy move to the slot, and it was too bouncy for MJ Graham. Rims around the far wall, and a penalty is going to come up here off of this one. Graham is tied up with the man. Paulin's heading to the bench. Delayed call against the Dragons. McBurney will grab that one behind the net, and we will get the call.
Not quite sure what the purpose of that call was. I think it's a leftover from before. Graham just punched Holt in the side of the head. A stupid penalty to take.
Well, MJ Graham and George Holtz have never been one to exchange Christmas cards. As MJ Graham,
he got his 2 minutes worth. It was a good old-fashioned punch right to the side of the head. So
he'll sit 2 minutes for roughing. 2:30 left to go. He's greeted by Levi Armstrong, who's just about near the end of his 5 minutes for fighting alongside Daniel Martin. It'll be the second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Graham 2 minutes for roughing. 17:30 mark of the second period. Carolina wins the offensive zone draw. Talipov with this. Gets it to Ford. Now to the high slot. Peavy a shot and a save made by McBurney. Had to see it through a little bit of traffic. Some good tic-tac passing we've noticed from Carolina's power play, but a lot of it is near the blue line at the top of the circles, and if they shoot from there, as long as the goaltender can see it, they're probably making that stop, Scott.
Absolutely. Both these goaltenders, particularly ours, you let them see it all the way through, they're going to make that stop.
Face off to the left of McBurney. Petrantonio ties up with Peavy and ends up winning it. Doyle will slap it around the boards. Peshtuka just holds in at the left point. Doe will body him up there. It's still in the zone for Carolina and then flipped out to center. Talipov over to Peshtuka. Nice read by Petrantonio on the cross ice. He'll dump it down 100 feet and kill off some more time.
Well, at one point in time, there was more former Dragons and current, not Dragons, Thunderbirds and former and current Thunderbirds on the ice than there were anybody. All these players and how they mixed.
Peavy with this one, right wing circle. At the hash marks. Drops it off. Gus Ford trying to play it to the middle. Finds Butita, left circle. What a save, McBurney. Ooh, and then McBurney got caught by a glancing blow, and Petrantonio's going to feed it to Peavy.
You don't touch another team's goaltender. And I know what the ref's going to do. He's going to make the mistake here. You got to call the original one for clipping him, and then go ahead and give Josh the 5 minute for dropping it. But this is going to be a mistake, because all this is going to do is tick everybody off.
McBurney skating to the bench for a brief moment. He's probably going to get looked at. Blake Peavy was coming across, trying to look for a rebound. Bailey McBurney was very aggressive on the top of his crease, made a phenomenal save. And then he got clipped in the head, and Petrantonio was not allowing it. He went after Peavy.
Well, Peavy skated over the penalty box. Once again, what does that show you? I mean, that's a bad call.
1:43 left to go in the second. It looks like the Dragons are going to skate 5-on-3 out of this. That is not a good feeling.
And you know, the bottom line is we should be shorthanded, but you got to penalize a guy who touches a goaltender. Because now what you've done is just opened up game on Chris Paul and the other way.
Armstrong and Martin emerged from the penalty boxes after their fight. A salute from the crowd and their respective benches. Petrantonio up 2 minutes for roughing.
You know, give Peavy 2 minutes, give Petro 4 minutes, you're at the same thing, but the guy's got to go in the penalty box. That's just a bad, it's a miss.
McBurney has returned to his crease. He's ready to defend against this 5-on-3. Faceoff will come to his left. Dalton Anderson to take this draw against Blake Peavy. False start. Again. Dropped. Tied up in the feet. And Columbus gets to it. Frazio, but it's held in by Butita center point. Now this Talipov at the right point. 1 minute left to go here in the 5-on-3. Top of the circles to bottom. Gus Ford has it now for Carolina. To the middle. Peavy couldn't get a stick on it. Butita. Stick clashed. Frazio comes out of it and sends it the length of the ice. Good kill to start the 5-on-3. Anderson's going to come off now and get a new forward up. That's Jagger Williamson. 45 seconds left in the Graham minor. That ends the 5-on-3. So 1:13 left to go in the second.
Remember, you're going to play the triangle if you're the River Dragons. Keep that triangle going.
Peavy to Pashtuk at the left point. Now high slot. Talipov with a pass goes up off the stick. And it will go into the party pit down in the zone to our right. With 1:02 left to go here in the second. River Dragons looking very calm on the penalty kill. It's been obviously one of the brightest parts of the early season here. 32 seconds left in the 5-on-3 and it's still 4-0.
It has been. It's been they've done a nice job. And, you know, you don't get to practice this 5-on-3, and this is a long 5-on-3. 32 seconds left to kill it off, hopefully win the draw and ice it.
Jagger Williamson, heck of a win, 5-on-3. Frazio from underneath the goal line will send it 200 feet with under a minute to go in the Wild Animal Safari second period. 20 ticks left in the Grand Minor. That'll make it a 5-on-4 once he's free. Peshtuka across here for Grebennikov. Filters it through for Cardinal. That was a loose pass, and Frazio will be able to play it in front of the Carolina bench out of the zone. 5 seconds left. Graham standing up in the box. Peshtuka tried to rim this one around. Hunt holds in at the right point at the high slot, firing a shot. Pinballs off the legs. And here's Graham. Houston Clinic penalty kill still on, but Graham's out of the box. It's 5-on-4. Grebennikov, little give and go into the corner. Now he's with it left point. Now to the top of the circles for Martin. Martin stops it up along the goal line, trying to get it to Hunt. That one went up too high. Martin left circle, a drive and a goal. What a blast right there from Martin. Goes off of the back bar, in and out quick. Blink and you missed it. 12.2 to go in the second. And Carolina's on the board, 4-1 with a power play goal of their own.
Yeah, nice. You know, Carolina took an advantage there and had us all 5-on-3. We were able to kill off the third, but couldn't kill that one off. Not much you can do about that one. It was a heck of a shot and laced it right in the upper corner.
1947 mark. It'll be Daniel Martin picking up the goal, his fourth of the year for the Ottawa, Ontario native. And the River Dragons still lead at 4-1. Petrantonio's out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 with 10 seconds left. Look out, here's Hunt, left circle, and he whiffed on the shot there. Ozelinch puts a body on him to finish that play. Great from behind the net. We'll just watch the final seconds tick off, and that'll do it for 40 minutes. So a very good period, spoiled just a little bit at the end by that late power play goal from Daniel Martin, but the Dragons take a 4-1 lead into the locker room, and we also have to bid Scott Brand adieu as he has some duties to attend to in the third period. Well, that's the end of the Wild Animal Safari second period. We come back to McDonald's second intermission report after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragon's trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Hi, Grandma. What's for dinner?
Hey, honey, I'm making stew tonight.
Ooh, can Nina come over?
I'm not sure about our new friend. I wonder if there's been any drinking going on. Alcohol at her age can lead to so many bad things. I've been meaning to ask you, what would happen if someone offered you a drink?
Grandma?
This is hard. She's so young, but I know I need to talk to her about it now before someone tries to give her alcohol. If anyone ever does offer you a drink, I want you to say no. I have too much respect for my family, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay.
Really?
I promise, Grandma. I love you too.
Okay, how about tasting this stew and telling me what you think?
Some children may try alcohol as young as 9 years old. It's not too early to talk about drinking. For tips on how to begin the conversation, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. That's underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. This message brought to you by SAMHSA and this station.
We're back here at the Columbus Civic Center on the McDonald's second intermission report. River Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 1 through 40 minutes of play. Dragons were outshot in that period quite handily. The official total says 17-6. It was a 14-10 lead in favor of Columbus through the first. Right now it sits at 27-20. And those 6 shots are pretty incredible when you consider what has happened in this period. 2:56 mark, Jagger Williamson picked up a loose puck in the slot after Graham and Krupp had been battling at it at the side of the net. He backhanded one home off the back bar, and it was 2-0 Columbus on Jagger Williamson's first of the year, first as a professional. He's got a heck of a story behind him. Played game number 1 for the River Dragons when we were at the Delaware Thunder, suffered a nasty leg injury that took him out of hockey for a very long time. But you know what? He persevered. He battled back, made the team. Everyone loves that kid in the locker room. And man, you got to feel for him right now. He's got that goal to make it 2-0. Then a couple of minutes later, 4:37 mark, Trevor Finch on a nice feed from Dalton Anderson as part of a 3-on-1. Finch with a nifty little backhand move to go 5-hole on Paulin. That made it 3-0, and the River Dragons were really feeling themselves. And then it got to 4-on-4 in the middle stages, 8:50 mark. I'm going to have to watch back the replay. My eyes told me Doyle took a shot, and it deflected off a Carolina high stick and went into the net. Unless off the Carolina high stick, it then went off of Nolan and in, or maybe it was Nolan who took the initial shot. Could have been 4 or 24. I'm admittedly not sure. It was on the far side, and there was a lot going on. But it went in, and it was 4-0 Columbus. Right now, Brad Nolan's goal is first of the year with an assist to Noah Doyle. At the end of the period, though, facing a 5-on-3, River Dragons killed off one of them, but they surrendered their first power play goal of the season when Daniel Martin rings the back bar in and out real quick. At the 1947 mark, Daniel Martin currently sits at unassisted. I think an assist should be probably credited to Hunt. They'll get to that one later. But either way, that's how we sit 4-1 through 40 minutes of play. And as we said, shots on goal, 27-20 in favor of Carolina. Cleaning up Chuck-a-Puck down at ice level. Tell you about the special teams. 1 for 2 on the Georgia power play tonight are the River Dragons. Did not have a power play in that second period. Had the first 2 of the game in the first. The only Carolina penalties were washed out as part of high sticks from George Holt and Justin Schmidt. And then, of course, the fight between Levi Armstrong and Daniel Martin, which was a heck of a tilly here at the Civic Center at the 12:45 mark. The MJ Graham and Josh Petrantonio roughs, those put Columbus 5-on-3. And again, the Martin goal at the later stages has it 4-1. 2 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill and 1 for 2 on the Georgia power play. We'll be skating 5 aside when we get back out ready for the third period. But right now, let's take a break. McDonald's second intermission report rolls on after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Babies come with lots of decisions. Cloth or disposable? Crib or bassinet? So when it comes to protection, go with the safest, most effective choice, vaccination. Get all the recommended vaccines for your baby by age 2 to protect your child against 14 serious childhood diseases. For more reasons to vaccinate, talk to your child's doctor. Go to cdc.gov/vaccines or call 800-CDC-INFO. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Chuck-a-Puck wrapping up out down at ice level. 4-1. River Dragons lead it through 40 minutes of play. I'm Zach DeBozart. We're on the McDonald's second intermission report. Goal scorers in this game. First period, the only one to speak of was the newest River Dragon, Jake Grade, with a power play tally. First of the season for Columbus. Then in the second, Columbus started to pour it on. 2:56 mark, it was Jagger Williamson. 4:37 mark, Trevor Finch. 8:50 mark, 4-on-4, it was Brad Nolan. And then, with about 12 seconds left to go, Daniel Martin, his 4th of the season, has Carolina on the board with the power play tally, the first power play goal surrendered by the Dragons this season, and that's how we sit at 4-1. That's here in Columbus. How about in the rest of the league? Time to take a look around the FPHL with the Zelmos Zippin'. Zelmos fueling life's passions. When we last left it in Binghamton, it was ugly. And spoiler alert, it has gotten uglier, but Port Huron is at least on the board. 8-1 as they're halfway through the third period of play in Binghamton. It was 6-0 when we last left it. Igor Nossoff made it 7-0 Binghamton. 6:20 mark of the second period. 22 seconds into the third, Mo Levesque probably thought he had a little bit of momentum rolling for his team with an early goal, 7-1, but that was then answered at the 5:45 mark on the power play from Kyle Stevens. Also in this game, Nikita Ivashkin has a hat trick, all of his goals coming back in the first period. Again, 8-1, Binghamton currently leads Port Huron. Much better game in Watertown right now. Danbury hat tricks and the Watertown Wolves. 2-2 is the score through 40 minutes of play at the Watertown Municipal Ice Arena. Danbury took the lead early, 45 seconds in through Corey Anderson. Josh LaBelle answered before the period ended, 10:43 mark to make it 1-1. And then Watertown got a lead, 1:18 mark in the second, Johnny Bonta. But Dmitry Kuznetsov answered back for Danbury. All goals even strength, 6:41 mark of period number 2. Just a hook and a trip on Danbury. That penalty summary very clean, a very clean game between the Wolves and the hat-tricks. But the Wolves will probably be wondering how they're not up more. They currently are outshooting the hat-tricks 40-16. That is a shot every minute, and it actually works out perfectly. They have 20 shots in each of the first and the second periods. That's pretty incredible for the Wolves, and very good defense on the hat trick side of things to be keeping this game at 2-2. Kudos to tonight's starter, Frankie McClendon, 38 saves on 40 shots so far in this one for the hat tricks. That's your Zelmo Zip-In look around the FPHL. Now, how about the rest of the South with the Southern Hockey scoreboard? We started up, Fayetteville leading Macon 4-1 as they get ready to start the third period at the Crown Coliseum. It is ugly in Knoxville. The Ice Bears are up 7-0 on Vermilion County with 7 minutes left to go in the second. Roanoke 3, Evansville 1, a minute 49 left to go in the second period there. Quad City 2, Pensacola 1, 8:30 mark of the second period. Sean Kuhn getting his first start for the Pensacola Ice Flyers after he was put out on loan this morning. And Peoria with a home lead over the Huntsville Havoc, 2-0 at 14:22 left to go in period 2. Nick Mangone has an assist for Quad City. Ivan Bondarenko has an assist for Pensacola. And right now, Sean Kuhn has 7 saves on 9 shots. That's what we're taking a look at for the SPHL. Quickly, we'll take a little look over at the ECHL. Some southern teams we follow in action. They're in the third period in Jacksonville. Maine Mariners still holding a 3-2 lead over the Jacksonville Icemen. Greenville Swamp Rapids maintain their 2-0 lead over the South Carolina Stingrays. Battle of South Carolina. That one being held in Swamp Rapids territory. And Atlanta has extended their lead. Gladiators 3, Cincinnati Cyclones 1. That one is near the end of the second period. In the NHL, there's only 2 games on the docket. None of them involve Southern teams. Pretty good action, though. Winnipeg's at Vancouver. Colorado is at Seattle. Both of those 10 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Pacific, local to Vancouver and Seattle. Puck drops there. That's your look around the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, I'll look ahead to the Houston Clinic third period. After this, on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, served with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available, too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, River Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 1 through 40 minutes of play. I'm Zach DeBozart on the McDonald's second intermission report, and McDonald's is giving you a heck of a deal that starts up the next home game the River Dragons have. November 24th is the first time you can get into the Friends and Family section here in Columbus. You can get 4 tickets to a select River Dragons hockey game, 4 souvenir hats, and 4 meal vouchers good at any Peasold area Chattahoochee Valley McDonald's, all for the low, low price of $48. So 4 for $48 for the value of over $125, tax not included. Visit ourdragons.com, search the tickets tab for more details, ourdragons.com/MCD deal for more information. Thanks to McDonald's and the Peasold family and the Peasold Management Group for their great partnership with the River Dragons year in and year out. As we look ahead to the Houston Clinic third period, you got to love how the River Dragons started the second period well. That first half of the second period belonged to them. All 3 goals coming before that 10-minute mark. But now it comes down to, can you finish the job? Carolina, even though they're 3 down, they're a scrappy team. They have goal scorers from the back end and on the front with guys like Viktor Grebennikov and Ramil Tapilov playing on the back end. You know they can fire shots towards the net. So you're going to have to be wary if you're the defense and Bailey McBurney, but he's been solid in this one. 26 saves on 27 shots. Just got to finish the job and make sure you come away with all 3 points. Again, going back to what we talked about in the pregame with what happened on Saturday, you might not have been happy with what happened in that game, but you can't put yourself in that situation if you want to control your destiny. So right now, Columbus doing a great job of that, trying to get on the right foot in the front half of this home and home before they travel it up to Winston-Salem tomorrow. A 6:05 puck drop there. That'll do it for the McDonald's second intermission report. Let's take a break. When we come back, we get ourselves all set and ready to go for the Houston Clinic third period after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Are you thinking about buying medicine online? A search for online pharmacies yields more than 20 million results. But which ones can you trust? Medicines bought from unlicensed online pharmacies can be dangerous. You may get a fake drug, your condition may get worse, or you may experience a bad reaction. Don't put your health at risk. To learn how to find an online pharmacy that's safe and legal, visit fda.gov/BeSafeRx. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
I'm Alicia Lawrence, the Director of Communications for Muskogee County School District, and I am so excited about this year's United Way campaign. I've been given for over 5 years to the United Way of the Chattahoochee Valley, and I think it's so important that we top our goals this year and go even above for our community during this tough year. If you want to give, go ahead and reach out to UnitedWayOfDCV.org today to find out how you can contribute.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 1. Zamboni has just made its final pass onto the ice. Obviously, Chuck-a-Puck took a little bit longer this time around, so Zamboni's making sure the ice is scraped, ready to go. We'll get our nets on, we'll get our officials and our teams out in just a moment. Hey, while we got you here, why don't we tell you about the River Dragons on social media? _River Dragons, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, where you're watching the game, right here on YouTube most likely. Give us a follow on all the different socials and be up to date on everything regarding team news. Obviously, there was a lot to tell you about today. What with all of the new signings, the trade of Zach Sargis, Edgars Ozolic returning from loan from Latvia. You don't want to miss out ahead of a game day. Again, _River Dragons, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That horn will let you know the River Dragons are back out onto the ice and plowing the driveway over to our left. It is Bailey McBurney. McBurney has made 26 saves on 27 Carolina shots, and the River Dragons dressed in their home reds with the black helmets, pants, and shoulders with the black numbers with the white and teal trim. They will go left to right across your radio dial in this Houston Clinic third period. Stepping back out onto the ice is the Carolina Thunderbirds, and Chris Paulin will lead them out. A shaky second period for him, but he got much better in the second half of that period. He stopped 16 of 20 Dragon shots he's seen in this one. And the Thunderbirds dressed in the road whites, script and state logo on the chest, black helmets and pants with red numbers and black trim. They go right to left. They're probably going to let the ice set itself up just a little bit. We're still seeing some shiny patches from where the Zamboni was making its final run through here. Guys are skating around and not warming it up, but basically getting that ice to cool and freeze off properly. Teams return to their benches, and we'll get ready to drop puck here on this third period. Another thing to let you know about. Oh, actually, you kind of took the words out of my mouth, Dana Barker. You mentioned Victoryland Casino. You know what? I'll tell the story because with the guys going to shoot a commercial at Victoryland, they were said, hey, go on out, play, be the young crowd, have some fun. But of course, because everything was in a controlled setting and, everything was given to them to play the machines, couldn't win any of the money if the machines ended up hitting. One of the Dragons might have hit kind of big. So that was an unfortunate circumstance, but the commercial was still fun and probably prompted some real legitimate reactions whenever that Victoryland commercial does come out. Very excited for that and our partnership with Victoryland Casino in Shorter, Alabama. We're underway here in the third period. Dragons have the puck up 4-1, attacking left to right across your radio dial. Austin Doe chases this one into the zone. First on it, though, for Carolina is Talipov. And now Peshtuka and Petrantonio rub shoulders. The Columbus captain comes out of it, being bothered by Peshtuka. Former teammates go at it. Armstrong has it along the half wall. Doe on the far side circle, trying to play it to the middle. Finds it. Doe shot. And a save made there by Paulin. That was a quick shot off the Saskatchewan native stick. And a better glove hand by Chris Paulin keeps this game where it's at 4-1. Face-off coming to the right of the Carolina net. It'll be Butita against Williamson. Linesman checking the back wings, making sure they're good. And Butita wins it clean. George Holt will have it along the goal line and gives it back for Nicoletti. Thunderbirds going right to left in this third period of play. Cardinal has it on his tape, moves it over left wing side to Hunt. A shot, a glove save made by McBurney. Easy and cool as you like. Behind the net, Hunt tries to play it to the middle. Active stick by McBurney, knocks that one to the side. Near boards, Ozelinch puts his backside into Cardinal, and the puck is now free here for Brad Nolan. Rimmed around behind the net, Ozelinch picks it up, and left wing side, MJ Graham will have it here. Graham, geometry pass, goes through, Krupp skates. He thought he was going to have to lift the stick of Nicoletti. If he would have looked down, he might have had that puck. Nicoletti rims this one around. Hunt plays it up ahead to Butita. 2-on-2 as he hits the line. Butita trying to play it across. And a good back check right there by Jagger Williamson. Takes the pass away from Tommy Cardinal. Down the ice it goes to the Carolina Blue. It'll be found by Zach Sargis. And he plays it across to Cody Oakes. Oakes from the red line will chip this one into the zone. And now behind the net, Columbus will have it. Doyle being bothered by a Carolina body, though, and that's Corrigan. Gives it up. Grade flips this one to center. And the team's just playing a little pinball here. Doyle has it at the red line, trying to control it, and pushes it into the zone along the dash. This one rimmed around by Cody Oakes. Dalton Anderson overskated the puck. It's behind him. Corrigan can't get it out. Held in by Frazio. Frazio will ramp this one up off a stick. It goes high over the net of Paulin. It stays in play. Doyle can't hold at the right point. Bersani chases it all the way back at his own line for Frazio. Pass up ahead to Finch, and he got through Peshtuka. That was dangerous as Finch was heading the wrong way. A turnover could have sprung Peshtuka the other way. Frazio up ahead, just in on sides. Holding himself there was Bersani as Finch dumped it in. Talipov from behind the net gives this one to Sargis. And for Peshtuka, Carolina's out of the zone, but falling to a knee is Peavy. His counterpart, 27, Frazio, takes away. Let's go Dragons, the chant from Dana Barker as it starts up here. Doe falls to his backside, but falling away, gets a pass to the middle, goes off a Carolina skate. Here come the Thunderbirds the other way, weak pass, and Petrantonio on the back check was able to interrupt. Grebennikov shoots this one to the red line. Martin too hot to handle, but he knocks it back on a bouncing puck, and Blake Peavy has it on his stick now. Peavy a shot, easy glove save, made there by McBurney, and he'll take the whistle. 17 minutes even left to go here in the Houston Clinic third period. Dragons 4, Carolina 1. Most of our goal scoring coming back in that second period. 3 of them from Columbus, but the last one in the game belongs to Carolina. Daniel Martin unassisted on the power play. Face-off coming to the left of McBurney. And a shot coming in from the top of the circles, just wide of the glove hand, as that was Hunt, who had a good look at net from in tight. Talipov trying to work it to the Columbus Blue. It's worked through some bodies. Now played to the far side. Look out, Grebennikov turned over. Schmidt, a shot, save made. Rebound is loose, and it goes all the way to the far corner. Schmidt was not expecting that puck to be just sitting there for him on a platter. Put a shot in on Paulin anyway, and a good save from the Carolina netminder. Graham from behind the net gets bothered for this puck. Schmidt will have it before it gets cleared. Back to the D, and a D-to-D pass, and look out, that's a broken stick. Back with no twig as Edgar's Ozelinch. Martin fires a shot. Ozelinch was down to a knee trying to block it. The puck bounces around in the slot, and McBurney will cover it up with the glove, and a tap to the backside of the big Latvian defender, getting brave without a stick to stand in front of that one. 16-16 left to go here in the third. Dragons 4, Carolina 1. Face off to the left of McBurney. Williamson to take this draw against Corrigan. Williamson will win it, and it gets rimmed around. MJ Graham has to reach back for it. A backhand flip out to center, and Krupp brings it from back to forehand. Krupp fires a shot. That one blocked, and then Nicoletti interrupted him. Paulin comes well out of his crease, and he will cover that one up and get the whistle. 16:04 left to go in the third. Nifty handle right there from Krupp. Going from well behind him to well in front of him, but then just looks like he couldn't get it to settle. It was rolling on him. Shot was not what he liked, but it's an offensive zone draw for the Dragons. Defensive zone draw, won by Carolina. Weak pass between Oakes and Nicoletti. Nicoletti will eventually find it. Now off the wall, Pastuca can't handle. Williamson to the middle. That's a slow dribbler. All the way for Paulin. That was loose for a moment. Paulin was standing on top of it, appeared to have it covered, and the referee was not blowing his whistle. Now Paulin and the Stripes have a little coming together about that, just to talk about what happened, what each other saw. And hey, you got to play to the whistle, so Graham thought he had seen it and went for the poke. Everybody has settled down since, and we get an offensive zone draw for Columbus to the left of Chris Paulin. Williamson to take this draw against Butita. Williamson wins it to the slot, and the pass back to defense splits Grade and Doyle, and Grade will have to go all the way back in his own end and grab it. From behind the net, Grade walks it out. Now moves it up to Krupp as he skates ahead the neutral zone. Krupp stops up, cuts it back to the middle. It's in Williamson's feet, loose there, and Carolina will knock it to center as Frazio will have it here. Over for Jagger Williamson. He's going south, not north. And he'll play it back to Frazio as he ends his shift. This one in the feet here of Bersani. Sticks out his hip to try and box out, and Bersani completely whiffed on the hit there as Hunt sidestepped him and dumps it in. Frazio, long stretch pass ahead. Bersani gets a touch on it, can't settle it. Paulin comes all the way out towards the corner and then reverses it back around as Bersani was trying to anticipate. Puck still in the zone for Columbus. Bersani left circle, pass across, nothing doing. MJ Graham with it at the right point. He fires one that goes well high, hits an odd stanchion, and will fall back to the slot. Taking it away is Talipov. Talipov shoots this one into the zone, sticked away there by McBurney. And at the half wall is one held in by the Birds. Behind the net, Peavy with it, being watched by Frazio. To Talipov at the right point, trying to go D-to-D across. Zach Sargis didn't have an angle to shoot at, just rims it around into the corner. Finishing off his man is Frazio, and that frees up the puck for Columbus to take it over. And now taking his time here is Grade. He'll give it back over to Frazio. He'll take his time behind the net. 14:22 to go here in period 3. Bersani loops it back around. Frazio fakes the handoff, but then gives it to him on the near circle. Pass over far circle. Now Columbus is out of the zone, but a backhand flip. Icing is on from the wrong side of red, and we get a whistle. Immediate timeout and an icing. 14:11 left to go here in the third. Dragons 4, Carolina 1 on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 1, 14-11 left to go in regulation. Dragons trying to get the job done here, take the 3 points to start this home and home on the right foot for themselves. Same two teams go at it again tomorrow night, but this time from the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. 6:05 puck drop means a 5:35 pregame right here on the network. Can't wait to bring you the game live from Carolina. Still got some work to do here in this one, though, as McBurney paddles away a shot from the far point. Finch trying to race after this one. Zach Sargis in on his horse. He stays in front of Finch as it goes into the corner. Finch still all over him. Nicoletti will find it. Now to the near side boards. Holt plays it out to center. Here's Peavy with some speed ahead. Austin Doe on the back check, able to interrupt the stick just enough of Corrigan before he tried to rush in towards the slot. Ozelinch on the backhand, sends this one around. Hunter Bersani has it with space. Now passing it over to the middle. Austin Doe in over the line. Doe with this left wing circle. A shot. Clash of sticks. He gets his own rebound side of the net, trying to center it to the middle, and it was knocked away by a Carolina shirt. Ozelinch will rim this one around behind the net. It'll be picked up by Nicoletti. 13:20 left to go here in the third. Dragons 4, Thunderbirds 1. Holt had that one go through a stick on the near side boards. Offsides. Carolina can't touch this one. Petrantonio skates it out anyways. Here's Levi Armstrong. Left wing circle. Spins it back. Looking for a passing lane. Nothing there. 3 different Thunderbirds had converged on him to cut down his angles. And now here's Grade with it in the neutral zone. Shooting that one in. And Paulin has to make a save right on the chest. Austin Doe will rush in and go get the whistle for a Columbus offensive draw. 12:59 left to go here in the third. Dragons 4, Carolina 1. Williamson set to take this draw against Butita. Tied up, a bouncer. Williamson will win it to the far side. Graham gets it back for Jagger. Shot, save made, rebound loose, and Paulin will eventually get on top of it, well out of his crease, chasing that one down. Fans, Fort Benning Harley-Davidson and the Columbus River Dragons have teamed up for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game this season. Simply text FBWIN to 55678 before March 13th to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000. For full rules and contest details, stop into Fort Benning Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit fortbenninghd.com. Krupp with it in the corner, gets it down to MJ Graham. He's being bodied by Victor Grebennikov. Grebennikov holding on to him a little bit there. Graham tried to work it to the point, and it'll be forced out to center by the Carolina goal scorer, Daniel Martin. River Dragons regrouping in their own end. Krupp settles a rolling puck, tried to pass it out. Butita holds it in at the blue. Butita right circle, one-timer Cardinal, and what a save made right there by McBurney. Had it on the blocker, bobbled in his equipment a little bit, squeezes the armpit, and gets it going safe. 12:21 left to go here in period 3. Dragons 4, Carolina 1. Face-off coming to the left of McBurney. Bersani to take this draw against Peavy. Tied up in the feet. Peshtuka emerges with it around the corner boards. Dodges Frazio, but then slips and falls. Ends up taking out a linesman with him who's trying to get out of the play. Shapitzin moves this one up ahead to Finch. Off a body. It will go down the ice. And Oakes will race after this. No icing as he collects it at the hash marks. Nicoletti. Big check laid into by Shapitzin there. Holding it in the left point is Finch covering for Zippy. Peshtuka trying to get it out. He had his stick lifted. Peavy then whiffed on it there as it goes further in the corner, and Nicoletti has it here. He rubs shoulders with Finch. One-on-one battle over in the far corner near the Charbroil sign in the Carolina end. 2-on-2 now, 2-on-1 as Anderson will come play Vulture. It falls for him. Anderson to Bersani. Save made. Paulin coughed up a quick rebound and then quickly pounced on it. 11:34 now left to go here in the third. And that young gun line, really a line of entirely first years. Anderson, Bersani, and Finch. Man, they have supplied much needed energy. And heck, you look, they've gotten themselves some goals. Bersani's got a goal. Finch has a goal in this game. And Anderson has a handful of helpers already in the early part of this year. Columbus wins the draw. Nolan fires a shot. That one blocked in front. Ozelinch holds in at the right point. Martin clashed his stick, and look out. Numbers the other way for Carolina if they hustle. Butita is in tight with George Holt, left wing side, but the puck would not settle for him, and Brad Nolan pushes it out to center. Does a little give and go with Armstrong. Nolan takes a big check there from Martin, and now Armstrong will chip this one into the Carolina zone. Butita had no idea where it was. It was floating above him for the longest time. Rimmed around. Ozelinch holds in at the left point. Down to the hash marks, Armstrong trying to go back for Ozelinch, and that one went through his skates and down ice. Nolan will have it top of the circles. Under 11 minutes to play here in the third. Dragons 4, Carolina 1. Austin Doe trying to fight through a pinch hit on Grebennikov, and Grebennikov got the better of that exchange. Carolina will secure this puck underneath their own goal line. Zach Sargis trying to spin away from Levi Armstrong. The River Dragon last night turned Thunderbird this morning. Now skates this one up left wing side. Zach Sargis trying to get around the newest Dragon. Great. He played it to the middle. And that one went off his skate. That was Williamson clogging up the slot. And Columbus will settle it back in their own end. MJ Graham took the handoff, then played it back, little flea flicker style, along the far wall. Grade is going to get it back in his own slot, and now he skates it out to center himself. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Grade trying to dodge around a hit, but his other number 12, Talipov, takes him out of the play. Crowd doesn't like it. We play on. Here's Corrigan, left wing circle with it. Corrigan fires on that one well high over the bar and wide. Here's Nicoletti with this one back at the red line. Halfway through the Houston Clinic third period, River Dragons still lead this one by 3. 4-1 is our score here in Columbus. Frazio up ahead for MJ Graham. A bouncing puck falls for him. Williamson just onside. MJ Graham left circle. Pass across. And Williamson couldn't get a good stick to it to direct it towards goal. It's wide of that near post. Corrigan drops it back. Martin sidesteps one man. He's in over the line. Carolina's changing behind this. Martin all alone. Blocker save made by McBurney. He wanted to play it off, and now he'll just cover it up as Shapitzin says take the whistle, and we can get to the media timeouts. 9:32 left to go in the third. Dragons 4, Carolina 1 on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Victorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Victorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Victorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Victorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, the crowd singing some karaoke. Dragons 4, Carolina 1. Everyone's feeling good right now in this building. 9:32 away from a Dragons win. Carolina's going to have to start getting a little more desperate, sending guys forward. The only one they've gotten so far. It was the last tally in this game back in the late stages of the second period, a Daniel Martin power play goal. It's an offensive zone draw for the Birds, coming up to McBurney's right. Bersani set to take this draw against Martin. Clash of sticks, false start. Another clash of sticks, false start. And Bersani is the one to be waived out of this one. So Dalton Anderson will come in. Bersani pleads his case. Nothing doing. Now it's dropped, and Anderson will win it. Shapitzin wins it, and Shapitzin has it, rims it around at the red line. Carolina trying to play it back. Cardinal puts a hit there onto Shapitzin. Now with a chance here, right circle. Hunt drives the net, fires, pad save made by McBurney. Coming out and cut off the angle nicely. Bersani can't get that around Cody Oakes, but taking it out of the zone is Daniel Martin. Now he'll play it back in as Carolina is touched up. Frazio rims this one around. Here's Anderson with it in front of his own bench. Nice head fake, gets around a man. Now dodges a hit from Grebennikov. Puck fell free for Nicoletti in his own zone. He moved it up that far wall. Nolan to Anderson, dropping it all the way back. And here's Ozelinch giving it back to his D partner. That's Brad Nolan. 8:50 left to go here in the third. And the Dragons taking their time, getting out of their own zone. Ozelinch a pass ahead, too far for Doe. And Nicoletti goes D to D across there for Talipov. Now here come the Thunderbirds into the zone with Corrigan. Corrigan right wing circle with it. Fires that one high over the shoulder, over the bar of McBurney and wide. Talipov from the left point. A glove save. Reaching out for it is McBurney. And he will take the whistle. 8:31 left to go here in the third. Dragons still lead at 4-1. Carolina, though, they're putting the shots on McBurney, who has been up to the task in tonight's game. 34 shots on goal for the Birds, yet only one has gotten past the Beverly, Massachusetts native, wearing number 31 over to our left. Petrantonio wins it. Grade trying to push it around. Corrigan involved in a battle. Butita trying to pick it out of feet. He'll emerge from it far corner. Doyle giving him some stick worth. It's still loose along the half wall. Butita's shot easily patted away from a ways away by McBurney. Here's Petrantonio from the red line, sends this one in. Petrantonio first on it here. Nicoletti trying to box him out. Armstrong finds it along the kick plate, trying to play it to the middle, bottom of the circles to himself, tied up along the feet, loose side of the net. We get a whistle as Paulin has found this puck. And Petrantonio, I think, was looking for a holding call on Nicoletti, and we do get a penalty signal from the backside official. So the linesman goes, takes Nicoletti, holding the stick is the call. So the third Georgia power play of the night. As David Nicoletti sits 2 minutes for holding the stick. Dragons can extend their lead in a real good way here. 8:03 to go in the third. Face-off coming to the left of Paulin. Williamson to take the draw here against Peavy. Peavy ordered to square up, boxes out Williamson, and wins it into the corner. MJ Graham involved in a battle with Talipov. Peavy ribs this one around, too far for Peshtuka, and Shapitzin pinching in on the play, holds in. Graham leaves it behind the net for Jay Krupp. He's got it with some space. Thought about going near side, now looks far side for a pass all the way out to Frazio, but it goes off the heel of his stick, deflects down, and McBurney will slow it up along the goal line. Frazio pushes this one far circle. Shapitzin has it here. Shapitzin over for MJ Graham, now up for Williamson. Williamson, right point. He's checked there by Talipov. Still into the zone as Williamson is holding in the middle of a stick battle. Frazio trying to gain valuable ice space, but it's in Butita's feet, and Butita will skate it away for Carolina. One-on-one, trying to shorthand a chance. Butita a chance, and Shapitzin waved his stick at it, lost it, nearly drew a tripping call. He was putting his hands up, but he was able to get his innocence pleaded out, and for sure. Williamson, backdoor across for Krupp. And that one goes into the far side corners. He couldn't do anything with it. MJ Graham bothered there by Grebennikov. Graham with it, right wing corner, spins it back. Williamson with it now. Playing it up to the right point for Frazio. 50 seconds left in the Nicoletti minor for the Georgia power play. D to D with a little give and go. Frazio shot, save made. Paulin rebound, loose score. Jay Krupp all alone in front. Taps that one in, and it's 5-1. Well, we wondered when the power play was going to get itself going for Columbus. Turns out it's tonight's second power play goal, 2 for 3 on the Georgia power play. 13-15 mark of the third. Jay Krupp has goal number 3 on the season. Nicoletti emerges from the penalty box. We'll do a center ice drop, and we'll hear from Dana Barker.
He shoots! River Dragons power play goal, scored by number 22, Jay His third goal of the season, assisted by number 27, Paul Frazio at 13-15.
Frazio will pick up the only assist on the Jay Krupp power play goal. 5-1, Dragons lead it, but look out, getting around a man. Tommy Cardinal played back across. Penalty coming up here against Columbus. Is it going to be a shot? No. Cardinal seemed to work his way around the man. Looks to be petitioning for a penalty shot right now. Well, the referee is not obliging. Instead, it will be a tripping minor to Noah Doyle. Stick across the chest, but it did knock him down. Doyle will sit 2 minutes. And just like that, Carolina has a chance to answer on a power play of their own. 5-1 Dragons, 6:14 to go here in the third. Houston Clinic penalty kill on for the 4th time tonight. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Carolina wins the draw. Butita to Peshtuka. Now Talipov a shot, and that one patted away off a deflection by McBurney. Martin to the left wing circle. Trying to get this to Peavy. Goes off a Columbus body, and down the ice it goes. Butita will have this one at his own blue. Pass it across, and Peshtuka will move it in. Now here's Butita, left wing circle. With this behind the net, Butita slows it up, pass to the right point, Peshtuka. Pashtuka looks, fires, PV with an offer at it, but nothing doing on the tip, and an easy save by McBurney. And then Pashtuka, that one go through his legs. Dalton Anderson's going to win a race. 2-on-1 here as Finch is in the middle. Anderson, left circle, drives it, score! Dalton Anderson, toe dragging a beauty of a shorthanded goal. 5:32 to go in the third, it's 6-1. Oh, everything's coming up Dragons tonight. A minute and 13 after Jay Kroup's power play goal, a shorthanded tally from Dalton Anderson, the Havelock, Ontario native with his first of the year, and shorthanded now. Let's hear from Dana Barker.
He shoots! River Dragons short-handed goal scored by number 28, Dalton Anderson. Assisted by number 20, Trevor Finch at 14:28 in the third period.
They give Trevor Finch an assist on that one. Short-handed goal, first of the season for the Dragons. Circle-to-circle pass, and Cardinal denied by the chest of McBurney. Keeps this game at 6-1. This one gets rimmed around to the left wing circle. Cardinal still with it. There's still 43 seconds left. We get a whistle, and what in the world did that referee just pull up? Oh boy. This is a good time for a media timeout. 4:56 to go in the third. 6-1 Dragons here in the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
I did not want to believe what my eyes told me, but we have some major ice maintenance currently happening. It's on the near side boards. Our cameras cannot get a good look at it, but I bet you that the Carolina cameras on the opposite side can. Referee pulled up a big chunk of something, and let me tell you, it was not a dasher board. So they are working on this ice right in front of some fans, right along the boards. Looks like also helping out one of the new guys. Is that Grade? Trying to see. No, that was Justin Schmidt. Excuse me, 18, not 12. Trying to offer his services and a stick to help up with the patchwork on those near side boards. Well, we're going to have a little bit of a delay here. 4:56 to go in the third. 6-1. Dragons lead it. They've got back-to-back goals here in the third. 13-15 mark of the third. Jay Kroup on the power play with an assist to Paul Frazio. Kroup just potting in a rebound, coughed up by Chris Paulin in his crease. Then a minute and 13 later, short-handed tally. Dalton Anderson winning a race from Yuri Pashtuka, who had gone back defensively. A nice toe drag pullback from Anderson, and just ripped it top right corner for the first short-handed goal of the year for the Dragons. And right now has the scoreline sitting at 6-1 with a whole heck of a lot of time still to go in this one. I have no idea how long this potential ice basically restitching could take. Linesmen and referees are looking at it. This is not a simple thing where you can just, put some snow into it, quick, water it over, tap the puck on it, make it smooth. This is a little bit more serious than that. 4:56 to go in the third. And the only thing you can really say about this situation is with the game and the scoreline currently as it is, you just can't imagine what this delay would do if this were a tie game or even a one-goal game. But right now, we could be skating to basically all but a formality. Carolina needs to average a goal a minute to force this to OT. Obviously not impossible, just with the way things have been going, though. They have been searching for answers all night. Looks like the ice is playable now in that end. Thank goodness. That could have been a lot worse than it appeared to be. And there's still 43 seconds left in a Noah Doyle minor. We should be ready to go here in a moment. Carolina's still at their bench, talking with one of the stripes. The ice maintenance, has stopped, but the door that leads into that Zamboni way where all the ice equipment is still open, so you certainly hope nothing more is going to come out of it. Ron Mills, one of our many great ice crew and ice management members here at the Civic Center, out looking at that, and the fire extinguisher's gone out to really solidify that in place. So it would appear they're just doing the final touch-up work. It's just got to last for another 4:56 of hockey. Thank goodness for that. Like I said, it was a good time for a media timeout, but 30 seconds was not going to be enough to fix what had potentially happened there. But taking all the equipment off the ice, and it appears to be good to go. Again, just got to last another 4:56. All right, doors shut. We appear to be back and ready to go. Face off to the right of McBurney, won by Carolina. Power play still on for them. Houston Clinic penalty kill for 38 more seconds. Chance back door, and Cody Oakes could not get a handle on that one. In the left wing corner, Cardinal works this up to the point. Nicoletti playing it back down. Cody Oakes being checked from behind. Frazio watching after him, and he sends it down the length of the ice. 20 ticks left to go in the Noah Doyle minor. Paulin rims this one around. Look out. There was a hole in the stick developed the wrong time for Carolina. Bersani with it. And now it's skated back to the neutral zone and play the four corners. 10 seconds left to go in the Doyle minor. Oselinge will flip this one down the length of the ice. And Cody Oakes races after it here. Austin Doe chasing after him. Cody Oakes rims it around. And now near side, here's Chris Hunt with some speed and space. Hunt being bothered by Petrantonio on the back check. George Holt overskated it. And out of the box comes Noah Doyle. As the Dragons are back to full strength, as Dana Barker mentions, 3 for 4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight. George Holt has the red, shoots it in, and both teams will change lines behind this to reset back to 5-on-5 play. 3:50 to go here in period 3. Dragons 6, Thunderbirds 1. Grade will skate this one out, patiently waiting for a passing lane to develop. And from the red line, Doe will flip this only to the Carolina line. Now Armstrong will backhand it into the zone. Paulin slows it up. Cardinal was being pressured for that puck. Down the ice it goes. Frazio gets this one across. Anderson at his own blue. Armstrong will tip this one into the zone. And behind the Carolina net it goes for Talapoff to collect. 3:20 left to go in the third. You don't want to say it, but all but a formality right now. 6-1 Dragons, as they have been on fire in this one. 2 special teams goals in this period as Corrigan fires a shot and an easy save made there by McBurney. 3:06 now left to go in the third. The Dragons goals in this period. First, Jay Krupp on the power play. Then Dalton Anderson shorthanded. Those goals coming a minute 13 apart and really plunging the dagger into this Carolina team in the first half of this home and home. Teams will rematch it at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex tomorrow. 6:05 puck drop means a 5:35 pregame here on the network. Grebenikoff's shot well wide of the blocker side on McBurney. Shapitzin trying to skate it out the far wing. Hunt was slowing him up there, and then holding in at the right point is Martin. Puck's free at the high slot. Here's Jagger Williamson with some speed and space. Williamson for MJ Graham. Right circle. Graham behind the net. Chance there. Ramped up off a stick, and Krupp can't hold it in along the blue. This one played into the zone. MJ Graham, right circle, fires a shot. Stick save as Paulin was cutting down the angle. On the far side, Hunter Bersani races in on this. Secures possession for Columbus in the neutral zone. Oselinge back at his own blue. Plays it to the Carolina blue for Zach Sargis. And now this one deflects off of a body. And Hunt loses the stick battle as Nolan is able to win it and go into the Carolina end with it. Thunderbirds push it out in front of the penalty boxes. The teams are playing ping pong along this near side wall. Tough to follow the puck. Martin with a check there, spins away from it. Now he's got some space, can't filter it through to Petita though. That's a good job done there by Nolan to push that one out to center after knocking away the pass. 2-minute warning here in the third. Dragons 6, Thunderbirds 1. Thunderbirds work this out of their own end. A deflection just gets over the glass and will go to the front row glass members right there in front of where they had to do the ice repair. So they get a show and a souvenir out of all of it with 1:52 now left to go here in the third.
Let's keep it going.
We'll have a face-off at center ice. Bersani versus Butita. And false start as the wings cheated in too much. That would be the near side wings of Finch and Corrigan. Bersani wins the draw. Doyle from the red line tries to slap this one into the zone. And Butita has it near side circle going across, and a whiff there from Cody Oakes, and he'll just eventually have to play it off the far wall. This one tipped up, still in play, right in front of the Carolina bench. Racing back for it is Bersani. But with a stick there is DeAndre to knock it away from him. Bersani's in the zone on sides. His pass taken away by Oakes. And now here comes Carolina. Nicoletti with some space up ahead. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Nicoletti held up by a couple of River Dragons going in on the check there. One of those being Anderson. Big check by Bersani to finish off Nicoletti at the end of that play. This one rimmed around. Doyle with a good box out on Cardinal. 1:12 left to go here in the third. And what in the world?
And please do not throw objects on the ice. And I see who you are. You are sitting in section 202. You'll be subject to arrest and ejection from the premises.
He just had a beverage can fly from up high. Be thrown onto the ice, and that's, I don't even know what that would be about. It's a 6-1 game. Columbus fans are going to be going home happy. Let's behave ourselves here. Now security's going to go find whoever that is and promptly eject them out of the Civic Center, and good. The crowd should be booing them. Even when you go back to last Saturday, obviously there was a lot of anger at how the game ended. There's no reason to be throwing items onto the ice in malice. This one, I don't even know if it was in malice. Almost to me seemed like in boredom. .110 left to go in the third. Dragons 6, Carolina 1. We had a quick conversation at the scorers table. Does not look like the Dragons will be penalized out of this.
The NPHL officials want me to tell you that if you throw anything else on the ice, you will be subject to a minor penalty.
There goes an official warning from the on-ice and off-ice officials. Anything further thrown onto the ice is going to be a minor penalty against the Dragons, so there you go. Armstrong from the red line chips this one in. Nicoletti gives him a little push to knock him off his path. Oslin sends it back into the zone. Armstrong plays it back in on side. Less than a minute to go here in the third. Dragons 6, Thunderbirds 1. A couple of ticks away from skating to all 3 points here tonight. Cardinal moves this one into the zone. Left wing circle, he's in on it. Checked there by Oslin. Trimmed around the boards. And Brad Nolan, far side wall, held in by Grebenikov. His shot, the blocker save, made there by McBurney. 38 seconds left to go. This one flipped out to center. Nicoletti will glove it down and play it across ice in front of the Columbus bench. Dumped in there by Hunt. McBurney slows it up, and now he'll dump it down the length. Nicoletti racing after this, and it's icing off the goaltender clearance. Not too often you see that, but McBurney was trying to go for an assist on top of what's been a phenomenal night for him. And 25.4 left to go in the third. Dragons 6, Carolina 1. I'll explain what that was about in postgame. 25.4 to go in the third. To the left of McBurney. Firing a shot there is Oakes, and he sent that one well high and slaps his stick on the ice in frustration. Armstrong moving it along the near wall. Stopped up at the red line. Holt trying to push it through. Butita in over the line for one more rush with a dozen seconds left. Stick lifted on the back check by Armstrong. And Armstrong will just dangle it from the red line. And oh, Holt just slew-footed the heck out of Levi Armstrong. That is gutless. What an unbelievable, uncalled for move by Holt. At least he knows it. whether he meant it or not, that's an ugly-looking play from George Holt. And unfortunately, plays like that will tell you why many on the River Dragons bench are not a fan of George Holt. And they're just going to get him off the ice. Whether this is 2, 2 and 10, whatever it is, there's 3 seconds left, and he's earned himself an early shower after that one. That was nasty. Unfortunately, this is going to hurt the River Dragons' power play numbers at the end of the day, because with 3 seconds left, they are now on their 4th Georgia power play of the night, and they'll finish 2 for 4 when these 3 seconds tick off. Justin Schmidt is being escorted off the ice, and a 10-minute misconduct it looked like picked up, so we're all using our favorite 4-letter words down there. So we saw the 10-minute misconduct signal. Schmidt has headed off early. Holt is off early. There's 2 minutes up on the board against him. 3 seconds left. This face-off is all but ceremonial. And the Dragons have only put out 4. Not really realizing, but again, there's not much to this. Carolina wins it. It'll be stalled out in the corner by Zach Sargis. And that does it. Huge win for Columbus. 6-1. The Dragons take all 3 points from Carolina tonight. Everybody gathers around Bailey McBurney. What a day for him. 40 saves on 41 shots. Get a feeling we'll be talking about him in postgame quite a bit. And the team gets ready to salute the crowd here at center ice. Dragons 6, Thunderbirds 1. Hey, let's head to the Chattahoochee postgame show. Comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. We're in the middle of 3 stars here in the building. Hey, why don't we go ahead and listen to Dana Barker? We've been doing a lot tonight.
Second star for the Dragons, number 21, Jagger Williamson. And tonight's first star of the game with a 40-save night, number 31, Bailey McBurney.
Bailey McBurney picks up first star of the night, and he'll be interviewed here at ice level with Taylor Blackwell. Don't really have a microphone down there, so I don't know if we can really pick that up. But McBurney, star number 1. You heard Jagger Williamson, star number 2. And Trevor Finch, star number 3 on a heck of a night here in Columbus. 6-1 Dragons pick up the win as we're on the Chattahoochee postgame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. We take a look at the points on the board. It wasn't a point night, but man, a lot of different guys got involved for Columbus. 5 different guys with multi-point nights. Noah Doyle with 2 apples. MJ Graham also 2 assists. Trevor Finch, the goal and an assist. He got 3rd star off of that effort. Jay Krupp and Dalton Anderson also had goals and assists in this one. Then your other goal scorers for Columbus, Jake Gray, Jagger Williamson, and Brad Nolan. Jagger Williamson, his first pro goal. Heck of a story for him. You love to see him getting some recognition down there at ice level. Also picking up helpers on the night, Petre Antonio had an assist, and Paul Frazio had an assist as well. Bailey McBurney, 40 saves on 41 shots, concludes his post-game interview, and we'll go back to a very happy locker room down deep underneath the Civic Center. 6-1, Dragons win it. 2-0 in that third period, and a final shot total of 41-29 in favor of Carolina. I mean, that's just an unbelievable effort by the Thunderbirds, but also speaks to how good McBurney was in this one. Third period shot total, 14-9 in favor of Carolina, 31-15 over the last 40 minutes of game. Now, obviously, that's something that Jerome Bichard's going to want to clean up. But on the goal side of things, in that last 40 minutes of play, the score was 5-1. It was 1-0 after the first, then 6-1 it finishes up. 5 goals on 15 shots in the last 40 minutes of play. River Dragons brought their shooting sticks. They had 2 power play goals, 2 for 4 on the Georgia Power play tonight, 3 for 4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, though, as Daniel Martin's the only Carolina goal of the game was a tally for Daniel Martin on the power play. But you got one back while being down a man because Dalton Anderson's goal, that was of the short-handed variety back at the 14:28 mark of the third period. McBurney, Williamson, and Finch, your 3 stars of the game as selected here in the building. Your goal scorers in order: Grade, Williamson, Finch, and Nolan for Columbus. Carolina then answered back with Martin, and Columbus got the last 2 in the third period. Krupp on the power play, and it was Anderson short-handed. Let's take another break. When we come back, a look around the league as we get ourselves ready to start turning the page to Winston-Salem tomorrow night. Chattahoochee postgame show rolls on after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Today, more than ever, you can rely on the trustworthy technicians at Midas for your car's needs. From scheduled maintenance to brake repairs to oil changes, suspension work, and more. Our technicians are known for their work and their word that your car will be fixed in the best way possible. Stop in your neighborhood Midas today with 2 locations in Columbus. At the corner of 13th Street and Veterans, just up the road from the Columbus Civic Center, and the other off Manchester Expressway. Midas Total Car Care. Proud sponsors of the River Dragons. Trust the Midas touch.
Think fast. In the short time it takes to listen to this message, a small flame can turn into a big fire. Several minutes more, and thick, poisonous smoke may have filled your lungs and reduced your ability to respond. Give it 5, and your entire home may be filled with flames.
Keep breathing. We got you.
Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and always stay in the kitchen when cooking at high temperatures. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov because fire is everyone's fight.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Chattahoochee postgame show. River Dragons 6, Thunderbirds 1. All 3 points going Columbus's way here tonight. How about a look around the rest of the FPHL? Brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. We had an ugly one eventually here, but it was ugly very early over in Binghamton as that game has gone final 8-1. The score remained from our last check on it. Nikita Avashkin had a hat trick in the first period. He gets first star with 4 points on the night. Kyle Stevens, a 3-point night, 2 goals and an assist. Igor Nosov, a goal and an assist for himself. I mean, it was a bona fide point night, it felt like, for Binghamton. And Josh Newberg and Matt Graham, just for the sake of the crowd, got themselves into a scrap at the 10:09 mark of the third period. Binghamton, big win, 3 more points to their tally. We had a heck of a game in Watertown. In fact, it just went final. It went to overtime, 4-4 heading into the extra frame. Our computer's trying to load things up here as it's currently still happening. It was 2-2 when we last left it. In the third, Dmitry Kuznetsov got his second of the game, 1:20 in, give Danbury a 3-2 lead. Justin McDonald then tied it up, 6:39 mark, 3-3. Then Dmitry Kuznetsov, a hat-trick goal, 12:27, but answered 40 seconds later by Michael Mercurio, and then 3 minutes into overtime, it's Michael Mercurio again. Those late 2 goals get him first-star performance and give Watertown 2 out of the 3 points on the night. Justin McDonald, heck of a day for him, a goal and 3 assists for the Watertown Wolves. What a talent that he is up there in upstate New York for the Wolves. 5-4, Watertown wins. They take 2 points out of 3, and as we mentioned, Columbus, 3 points out of 3 from Carolina. With Delaware off tonight, that makes your standings look like this. We still you know what? Actually, we can't update this just yet. Looks like the standings hasn't updated yet, but the scoreboard and the finals have. So I guess we'll have to get to that later on, probably part of the pregame show tomorrow. But Columbus is moving up in the standings from 6th, and I think with the results here, Danbury taking a point, but Watertown taking 2 and Binghamton taking 3 would mean Binghamton is now your leaders in the FPHL, and Danbury and Watertown could be tied, or Watertown might be ahead of them. So Danbury might have fallen from 1st to 3rd tonight despite the OT loss. That would be a heck of a drop for them. That's your Zelmo Zip-In look around the FPHL. Quickly, the Southern Hockey scoreboard for the SPHL, 5-2. It's a final in Fayetteville. The Marksmen defeat the Mayhem. Also a final in Tennessee, and mercifully so, Knoxville 9, Vermilion County 3. Oof, that is a rough one. Roanoke 4, Evansville 2. They're in the final seconds of that one. Evansville needs a bona fide miracle. Otherwise, the Rail Yard Dogs are taking 2 points on the road. Quad City and Pensacola are in a good one. 2-2 with 4 minutes left to go in the third. That's Sean Kuhn's first game as a Pensacola Ice Flyer. Ivan Bondarenko has a couple of helpers for Pensacola as well to get themselves back even after it was 2-0 Quad City. It's also 2-2, 8 minutes left to go in the third, Huntsville and Peoria. Real quick, the Southern Hockey scoreboard in the ECHL. We've got a final in Jacksonville. Took OT, and the Icemen come away with it. 4-3. They defeat the Maine Mariners. Greenville holds on to their 2-0 lead over South Carolina. They shut out their in-state rival. And late stages of the third period, Atlanta Gladiators 3, Cincinnati Cyclones 1. So Georgia hockey, if you don't count the Macon Mayhem, doing pretty good so far on a Friday night. That's the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take one more break. When we come back, a look ahead to tomorrow night's game, 6:05 puck drop in Winston-Salem. Tell you all about it after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want, and your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeaddsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
Back here one final time on the Chattahoochee Postgame Show. Columbus Civic Center, our site, 6-1. The River Dragons won, but now our site will shift to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. 6:05 puck drop Saturday in Winston. Means a 5:35 pregame show here on the network. It's a game you will also see live on Bounce TV 9.2. Happy to have the hookups set up for us in Carolina. Be able to bring you a road game on over-the-air television. Bounce 9.2. Check your local listings for where that game can be found on your cable package, or of course you got the over-the-air. All you gotta do, type in 9-2 and you'll find the game come time. Obviously, the team will be very exuberant and excited about this win, but got to maintain the emotion. Still got to play Carolina not once, but twice in a row in the last, well, let's call it about a week or so from here. They'll play Saturday, obviously tomorrow, and then they're back in this building one more time against Carolina on a Wednesday before Thanksgiving, 7:30 puck drop there. Tickets available Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. Got a lot of promotions and deals coming up for that. Hey, day before Thanksgiving, that's always a fun time to take a night out. Why not have it at the River Dragons game? Again, Wednesday, 7:30, that's Carolina. That is the 5th of 5 in a row. The 4th of 5 in a row, that happens tomorrow with the 6:05 puck drop in Winston. Big thanks to everybody on the crew here today. Let's go down the line and list at it. Connor Zays, who is over on the far side of the building. Brandon Lane running around doing a bunch of stuff. We got Chris Kaufman. We got Will Pierce. We got Stephen Pierce. We got Chris McGuire. We've got Scott Brand, who was with us for a little bit. Oh, hey, there's Jamil Hawkins coming up the thing there. I miss you, Jamil. Of course, Elise Bradford running the socials along with Allison Holiday behind the scenes. Scott Brand, who was alongside for a good chunk of the day. And a big thanks as well to Paul Frazio for lending his time being our Inside the Lair pregame show guest. Hey, worked out pretty well for him. I think he had an apple or two in this one. So we'll call that a good streak for us to start something up with the points. And we'll see who will interview come up on Saturday. That's on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show, a 5:35 start in Winston. I'm Zach DeBozart, the voice of the River Dragons. Thanks so much for spending part of your Friday night with us. It's been a heck of a lot of fun, and let's hope for a repeat come tomorrow and get that weekend sweep. 6:05 the puck drop in Winston. We'll see you then. One more time, your final score. River Dragons 6, Thunderbirds 1. See you tomorrow on the River Dragons Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Chattahoochee Postgame Show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and PMB Broadcasting for the private use of their audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and PMB Broadcasting. This has been a presentation of the Columbus